Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Season 4 qualifiers. Starting things off will be EMEA, followed by North America later on. I am Lee D-Man Smith, and joining me is Toby for this one. Avenger is upstairs, ready and waiting to go as well. If we can get him off Albion Online.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah, maybe. Said the guy who was playing Space Simulator.
Void Destroyer 2. It's fantastic. It's just one of those little space games that I've found. But anyway, things we do while we're traveling around the world to bring you all the very best of action. Let's start off by looking at the schedule of what is happening today. It is, of course, going to be kicking things off with 6 rounds of EMEA action. That is Europe, Middle East, and Africa, although there's not really too much representation in the regional finals by Africa, I'm afraid. Middle East, I guess, not really anything from them either. Turkey's class is Europe.
I was going to say, depending on whether or not you classify it as...
Nah. Turkey's Europe. It's in the Euro zone and all that lot. This is the schedule, as you can see. We're starting off double Erangel into Sanok and triple Miramar today. So switching the Miramar and Erangel up a little bit. It will be the same as well for North America later on tonight. Let's have a look at the teams. I think it is going to be competing today. The points first. It is the super point system. You guys know it now. By now, it's been in action for over a year. It is. I think everyone's in agreement that it's a decent point system. Thankfully, we're not running whatever that wacky Korean system was that they did the other week.
Oh, that one where you get more points the earlier you get the kills.
Phase one. Horrible. Anyway, these are the teams. You may recognize a lot of the team names. You may not recognize the rosters as they stand. There has been a lot of changes. If you didn't catch yesterday's action, I haven't been watching the scrims, etc., or following the PUBG Pro scene, a lot of changes have come about. Gustav now playing in FaZe Clan, for example. Team Liquid were using Mexi yesterday. We don't know whether he is the famed Svetlana or whether he's going to stay there. K-Mind also in Team Liquid. Gemty and Samty, they are here, there, and everywhere. Welcome to South George. Have changed very much for the better, it seems. They've really stepped it up yesterday. And also a mega performance from the previously known as, I think it said Zuktat Nam there actually in that list. I'm just thinking about it. But they are now Omarken. I can't get their name right. Omarkan. You know what? You know what it is? I think of what's that clothing brand? The Kern or whatever it is. The Okern. They sponsored NIP. I forgot what they called, but anyway, that's what it keeps. I keep thinking of that. Yeah. I think, are they now sponsored by them?
I don't think so.
They picked it up, and no. Thurshirt, drop me a DM and tell me exactly what the hell's going on with that one. I'm sure you're still involved in the background, but as I say, big games yesterday. I'm not too sure if we're going to be showing the points before we kick things off. I can see the matches loading up, so we'll get the points on your screen. Just to recap exactly how it all played out yesterday, we had 6 mega games, a lot of high kill games yesterday as well, I think it's safe to say.
For sure. There was a lot of teams really out there performing, and teams you probably expected to do so that didn't. Now, we've talked about a lot of different rosters being changed up, TSM being a big one at that, and I just want to throw it out there. I tweeted out earlier as well, but I didn't want to mention any names back then, and now just because we want to see them step up today, I feel like we can poke the bear.
Look, TSM and Navi, we were talking about yesterday.
Like
Navi forced the changes, right?
Yeah.
And the team, they removed the doozy, etc., and Unique are doing better.
Yes.
It's simple as that. They are up in 8th, Navi down in 13th place. Sure, it is only pretty much a win between them, but as you can see at the top, Omarkan, absolute mega performance from them, 71 points. Welcome to South George, also massive performance. Obviously, Iro in there alongside Miraku and Vard, along with Samty.
Yeah, I mean,
gone in there.
When you look at Omarkan, 25 of those 42 kills came from Paige.
Yeah, Paige had
he
a
had
mega
more
day.
than twice the kills that TSM had in points in total.
Yeah, I mean
that's
you could add a couple of teams together and you can't get what Paige had. It's pretty bonkers, really. A mega performance from him yesterday, matched by Shoot to Kill in the North American stage as well. They picked up 80 points in the day as well. Mega performance from them yesterday, so tune in for that later on tonight. So we are going to be going through 6 more rounds today. The final 6 maps will be tomorrow, same time, same place, 5 o'clock. Set your clocks. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be fantastic action. And I can tell you, the bird is already ready. Let's drop in the game and get things underway.
This is going to be absolutely amazing. If today will be just a glimpse of what yesterday was, we're going to be in for a good ride. We had one in the late night on the NA side of things. We had ourselves a military game. EU yesterday was very much dominated by Stolper circles. 2 of the 3 angles we got to see yesterday were up on the northern side of Stolper itself, so those were some pretty tricky ones. This one doesn't obviously go up there with the plane path going down towards the southeast. But having said that, this plane is pretty forgiving for the most part.
Yeah, this is an okay plane. I wonder whether we're going to see anyone hitting Sosnovka. We did see quite a few down there yesterday. Phase will be late droppers, but they can sort of float up to Milton Power, no problem. We do have, we have Omakhan actually in Zaki.
I was thinking either they're going to go Saki or they're going to stretch it to Prim here, but you might as well just go Saki. I mean, it's one of those, we're going to be out early. It makes more sense to just get down, get looted, get going fast, than have to stretch to Prim. Then maybe it's an Eastern Circle and we get completely screwed by it, because normally they would go Yasnaya, but there's just no reason to try and stretch it. And we saw yesterday here at the crossroads area east of School Labs how many people go for vehicles there. Yeah. I don't think they want to jump into that one too. Right,
FaZe Clan are now red. This is good. This is a good thing.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Team Liquid had now gone like a more...
Would you call TSM correct color? Light blue? Military, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of okay for TSM. I think that's fine. They've changed their shirts more times than I can count. So Pixelic down. That's going to be Exalt getting the first knock of the day. I think it was Monkey that got it, if I saw that correctly.
Yeah.
And he's going to confirm the kill.
That's a good start for Exalt, of course, but Inside Games, another team we can touch upon. They had a good performance yesterday. Overall, they were out there. They had a couple of fall-off games, but overall, they really did well. They won a game out of the 6 played, and now, as you can see, with military popping, Gemty already crossing on over. Don't want to waste any time. There you go. Gemty
we should get clear to you guys. Bear is going to be Gemty. You're going to see Shong, yeah, which is Samty, the 2 bears from Finland. Who else is different? We have...
They're all pretty much the same.
I mean, Bestalosh is Bestalosh, even though he's got the sad eyes.
Face's Lad is Uber. He's back to Lad again. He was Uber yesterday.
Okay.
But other than that, I think for the most part,
the Lad
have their correct name. So that's Uber flying around on the map for you. Shoot to kill us, 1 kill so far. How do you like that?
I know, right? That's it's impressive. The Americans are stepping it up today. I'm glad to see they've come to carry on as they left off.
Yeah. They're coming in here. They say we're not going to play NA games today. We're just going to hop over and get some kills in the But I think that was an Exalt kill as it came to it. So Na'Vi,
that's fast. They're fast. 3 minutes. They never do this fast.
I was just going to say this might actually catch Team Liquid off guard, because Liquid are used. At least back in PL, they were used to being the ones rotating across early and have Na'Vi come later.
And they're going to be heading to where Bestalosh is.
They're going to be going straight into Na'Vi sitting there. So them seeing this now, that's going to change everything in terms of the Team Liquid.
However, Bestalosh is very much on his own.
Oh, yeah, for
that
sure.
Compound. So I would expect Team Liquid to go in there. Maybe they'll go further in, because obviously the center circle is kind of at the hangars at the moment.
Liquid is a pull-up team, though.
They are, and... they're going to see the vehicle there. But yeah, Na'Vi coming across 3 minutes in. This is very unusual. So we're seeing adjustments. They absolutely needed to make those adjustments. So I'm glad that Senya's making those changes. We'll see how it pays off.
Yeah, I like the fact that Bestalosh is leaving now as well. I don't think Liquid will have seen them driving past. But there's, I mean, I am 100% sure that
what is going on in Lipovka? IG and Blaze in
Lipovka. That's people going for boats.
Yeah, they're all trying to hit the boats at the moment. There's one already down. We saw yesterday in the NA games, Dodge picking up 10 kills from just boat kills and rotation kills in one of these matches where it went to Sosnovka. Insane. When you think about it, and they finished, I think, just outside the placement, well, ended up with like 11 or 12 kills.
Yeah.
So mega performance from them. Just taking pure boats. Netteby, though, has gone down. Didn't see where he's flipped out of something somewhere. Probably a motorbike, I'm guessing.
He got knocked off by Jupsig. I think he's tagging him up now. Yep. Yeah, I think that's him having a tire popped, falls off. Jupsig finds him, gets the kill confirmed over towards Quarry, and that's gonna. I mean, good thing for Sona Boys that Omarken didn't opt to go down towards Prim, because there's gonna be boats available.
So back to the story we were following. Bestalosh down here, very much surrounded by Team Liquid. He did pull away, so they know that he's here. They saw his vehicle backing away. Actually, that
I
said,
don't
I'm
think
not sure they
did.
do.
No, they didn't. They
He's
did
got
see-
his
he left
dash here
before.
tucked in behind. I don't think he got out safely because I'm just looking at Ibi and Mexi's movement. They're not even remotely looking for anyone else. They're just in loop paths.
Ibiza's vehicle just went over to Bestelage too.
Look
You
at
saw
this.
the buggy. The buggy actually crossed over.
This is the adjustment, right? Welcome to South George, changing their position, coming out of South George instead, moving over towards sort of poor man's Pachinki. Look how quick they are. 5.5 minutes. Welcome to South George, or over the bridge into Sosnovka. This is a massive change for them. Now, in the same vein, they're going to know that Team Liquid are here, but this is very early for them. It may catch Team Liquid off guard.
And this is exactly why they cross, because they know that Pachinki is being left immediately when Team Liquid are in these servers. They know that Liquid always insta rotate to military whenever those military circles do pop. So smart read by them to cut across immediately after.
Ooh.
They might be surprised to see Navi down here too, though.
I wonder if Omakan saw Pog getting in the boat there, because Omakan are kind of passing on by. They could catch them on the edge there. Now, Sauna Boys have already taken the boats. We can see Uno from Besiktas going there. After all, also moving in. So Ivor's going to spot them. The IGL for Omakan. He's going to see them early on. So Primorsk, I think, is going to be pretty empty. I'm pretty sure Ferry Pier is pretty empty of boats as well. So it's going to get a bit sticky on that western side. As we see Senya spotting Iro.
8 vehicles coming by, Senya. I don't think you want to start shooting right now. Here's his bike. They're like, God damn it, I didn't park it behind the tree. Will they see me?
Yeah, they're running parallel as well down the south. So they're all looking to maybe even get the hangars or probably further out for the hill. But TSM have already got the satellite area. So there's that southern hillside, which they may well try and go for. But that is, I think, in between vehicles.
Yep, that is Mexi jumping to the passenger seat, getting the first. Miracle is pulling up on him, though. The drive-by. Miracle couldn't quite flip his vehicle on top of him. No damage done. Miracle's now running out in the open. Mexi finds him. So 2 knocks coming in, and then, well, Liquid, you got to reposition. You got to reposition right now because you're miles out in the open.
It's like watching Mad Max. They're flying past each other, ramming into each other. Drive-bys the galore. What is going on here? Kmon gets Miracle, ran over him, finished him off, and Liquid going to get the hell out of there. Now, that seemed to work out for them. Welcome to South George. What did they do? Lost 2 in that. Yeah. And Iro's also pinned. Navi are taking shots on Iro. Iro's in trouble. That vehicle's not going to last much longer. He's just simply trying to get away for as long as he can. He has to bail. He has to bail any minute. That vehicle is surely going to go. A couple more pings keep coming his way. There's another one. Any more will finish him off.
Swap cast. There's a first Asha rolling away from you. There you go. Get a new one. Whoa. Get going. And Iro. That just a bullet quite literally right there. A team that's really going to utilize all that info that just came in is Navi, though. Knowing that both WTSG and Liquid are now playing the south side of this circle, that is very, very good info for them. Omaken, not getting any boats here. They have to go around.
So after Alt beat them to it, they got one from Ferry Pier. Now they're running alongside with Besiktas, and it's basically the race for the bridge. Ivo, obviously, on the bike is going to get there much quicker. He has managed to wrap around to it. He's going to be the pivotal man here for Omakan to get ahead of them. Here we go. He's not even going to go for the bridge. He's just going to go for the straight pull-up. Oh, no. Iro's in all sorts of trouble. He's going to get himself into the hangars, I think. Unless he gets tagged up, James out of bullets. Wow. Just about. I mean, that one more attack would have been gone.
Yep, that could have been one more bullet. He would have been dead. Uno down to blue. Kofest finds a knock from Ivel. I guess Kofest gets knocked by Ivel. That was exactly what he wanted to. He wrapped around silent, pull up towards the road there with the bike, and that's going to take out 2 from Besiktas.
Ivel's doubled his kills. He only got 2 yesterday.
That is true.
He did say he broke his duck in the final game. Finally got 2 kills off. He's going to be very happy. That's a great start for Omakan, a great start for Ivel. Everybody's going to be happy again. Obviously Page doing a mega performance. T-Bone, hopefully without his headache problems. So they should be able to step it up even more, which is scary for the rest of the lobby.
Circle shifting out east. Face they crossed over safely there on the southeast side. This is an area of the map that Liquid actually likes to play lately.
Wow. That's a lot of teams still up in the north here.
Yes, I was just going to say that eastern bridge now is starting to look very scary to cross.
Okay, so obviously we can see Exalt. They're going to go cliff diving straight across. Omakan straight over the bridge. That's no problem.
Hello, Iro.
I think the east bridge is where we're going to see a bit of a clash. So Unica coming across. Now they could easily pull up at Crossroads, and they may well do, with the circle being the way it is. Iro, no chance there.
No, I think it was Iro's smoke to begin with, but it actually ended up working out so much better for Liquid that he couldn't
they could just
shoot
run
out
in front and just
them.
nade.
Yeah, exactly. That they couldn't shoot towards him because there's only so many places you can hide in that hangar. And well, Iro finds an explosion. So his face does go down, and that's going to be WTSG down to just 1 player left alive. That's Vard.
See, this is why this compound's not the strongest. It has a lot of territory. You can see all the hill, the slopes coming up to it. You can get overlooked as well. So TSM actually holding both sides. That's good. So Brexco going to nade, but I don't know how he's going to be able to back away from this one. He has got a vehicle at the back there, already smoking heavy black. Now, I guess if any Tornado Energy do peak, they should theoretically get popped from the hill, but it's some pretty long-range shots from up there.
I think, I mean, there's no reason for Brexco to leave at this point. The hillside can apply, like the observatory can apply so much pressure on Tornado Energy, and if they do want to commit to this and actually run into the compound, either they can call it Brexco should be able to get away, or they should be losing at least 1 or 2 players before getting there.
Okay, so Unico crossing a boat. Omakan are safe across on vehicles, although they've got to be careful they don't run into the back of After Ult. Exalted all swimming across. It leaves Inside Games, DA, and Besiktas, or the stragglers of Besiktas, that is Yevles, all alone at the moment. Everybody else is in. TSM continuing to trade. Blows back and forward, but they're all long-range shots. You just saw them playing out. And things starting off topsy-turvy, with Team Liquid having a cracking start. Welcome, South George, having a bit of a terrible one.
Yeah, it already sprung out of Na'Vi, rotating as early as they did. That changed up the dynamic on that western side of the circle to enough of an extent that all of a sudden things got chaotic down towards the south.
Exalt gifted a crate coming over the river. They'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Swim across, get themselves some tier 3. See if they picked up. We saw some pretty impressive Orm shots yesterday. Happy with that. Senya goes in for the barrels. So Na'Vi choosing to go into military base and approach the hangars that Team Liquid holding at the moment. Sticking with the 2-2. Oh, that's interesting. So Tab and Kemba are staying on the hill with the Overwatch shot. This is a really nasty crossfire they're trying to set up on Team Liquid.
It is not a bad position at all. Only thing I want to say is leaving. Oh no, wait, Tab is there. He just disappeared from the map for a split second. I was going to say splitting 3-1 like that I thought that it would have been scary, but having in a 2-2 there works out perfectly. They have to be very, very ready though to rotate as soon as that next circle pops, because that forest area is a high value real estate, and you cannot defend that as 2.
Omakan just trading over vehicles, getting ourselves across. So are we going to the hill? Are we going to TSM? It's where it's looking likely it's going to pull up. When we see this circle, generally it will go that way. Vard's got himself in a nice ditch, actually. If he stays there, likelihood is that circle will continue on him. It does pull a little further down to the southwest.
Yeah, this is a fun shift. You don't see those too often. Normally they opt to go either up towards the observatory or straight up north towards the little forest area up at the
the last time we had this, it finished sort of around here, right? It was when Uber was on this hillside, right? Where Kemba and Tab are. Uber was there, and I forget who was in the hangars, but it was sort of that sort of roadish area, wasn't it?
You're talking about that game with Enz or Squeaky ended up.
Yeah, that's it.
He crossed over and he thought I remember that one.
Yeah, that's the last time I feel we saw a similar circle to this. That I remember, at least. After all, making the way into military base, Exalt coming in behind them. Inside Games do get across safely. They actually chose to go the West Bridge, which is somewhat surprising. And DA still sitting out there. They're very nervous about crossing this bridge, it seems. Now, whether that's because they just saw Inside Games going first.
They heard Javelins as well.
Yeah. But they are staying out in the blue for quite a while. This is the Phase 3 blue as well, so it's going to start ticking.
Yeah, it's going to start hurting a whole lot, especially with the next circle popping. Sixmo is driving forward. Jeffless is trying to drive past him. This is a drive-by, and actually Sixmo goes down. Oh, wow. Okay, now he's going to turn around, trying to run him over, but that's not going to happen. Mert gets him out of the car before the flush comes in, but
they're gonna have to
think
leave
the
him.
damage is done. Yeah, exactly. Sixmo, there's no way they're getting him back up on his feet, so they have to ditch him.
Well, and look how much they're tanking that blue.
They do have meds, though, so it should be
They do, but it's still it's punishing at this stage. And they obviously, we have the benefit of hindsight. They didn't really have any reason to be out there, to be fearful. Nobody was camping anything. But after yesterday, I'm not too surprised. But we did see quite a few camps yesterday. FaZe, though, look at this. On the east side, moving up. They have Blaze moving into them. TSM trading shots on them. So Blaze are going to be well aware that there is a team ahead of them. So they're not going to be running in blindly. FaZe Clan, though, are ready and waiting for Blaze to approach.
I'm actually a little surprised that FaZe didn't opt to play the shoreline. They just pushed further down towards the southwest instead of trying to push up over the top, what it seems like they did here. But now they are going back down. They didn't like what they saw up that hill, and it makes sense because there are 2 teams pushing, and now they are actually making it down towards the south side, which I thought they were going to be doing initially.
Yeah, the safety of the ridge line is pretty huge.
Yeah.
Gustav's got himself the spot. 80 is going to be the anchor man. It's a tricky one, though. Where he is very much easy for Blaze to get in nade range and pop a couple over. DA finally over the bridge, and it's sort of on the edge of Sosnovka military base now. They're coming in on the far western side. They may actually bump in if they're going planes, which it looks like they may well do. Now they would have just seen Omakhan to lighting up Bestaloshkin's vehicle as he tries to get out of there. I think Senya's in there as well, or he was. I don't know. Maybe Senya went down.
Him. Yeah, I think it's just him trying to make the cross on over, and it seems like somehow he actually managed to do it with 3 teams shooting at him. I'm not sure exactly how that came to be.
Yeah.
But manages to cross over. Of course, Puck will hear that, and Marsik, you can see he's already crossed the road. He's going to be sneaking his way further forward. He spots 2, but I don't think he wants to engage. Now Circle, well, we are back on land, to be expected, but this is actually further south than I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, so it is kind of pulling over, but it's pulling over to that hill, and that's a nasty hill for this circle to finish on, because it's quite open. While you do have a big, long slope going downwards, right? And for FaZe, it's going to be tricky for them to move across. Basically, everyone that's on the eastern time, it's going to get messy. Yeah, there's not really a great deal.
Thing. The only area
it's so
you
exposed,
can really
like,
get in.
The road military base, that's just open.
The only rotation in you have is where Misa is right now, and that's why you see him fall back, because he knows that area is going to be a funnel of teams just trying to maneuver their way through. But let's see, Blaze and FaZe. Uber finds the first, wants to get some more damage done. Gustav goes down and returns, so trading 1 for 1 so far. Wants to get the flash on towards Apocalypse. Yes, he does get it. Lipson goes down too. That's actually TSM from afar. Vex able to do some damage, but there's still 2 players left to deal with.
Vex picking up, didn't he only have 1 kill yesterday, I think, Vex, maybe? Yep. So he's
also doubling his numbers.
Yeah, there you go. It's the day of doubles. But the Mad Lad has gone down. Rip. As Uber's dropped.
Honestly, Page doubles numbers.
Oh, wow. That would be scary. Last though, picked off. That was a nice shot from 80.
Yep.
You were talking yesterday about how 80's been popping off in the scrims.
Yep. He has been playing extremely well as of late. This is the issue. Phase 4 connected. You cannot rest if you're in the blue now. Rip has to just send it into the circle. You're going to be dying soon, buddy. There's 3 ticks per second.
Omakhan going straight into IG on the far side. And here it is, Zampeak. He's got Eivel down. Page has got somebody else in his vehicle. The irony is that for Omakhan, quite often yesterday we saw them go down to 2 and still post huge kill scores. So it's not all over for them yet.
Drive-by comes in. Wow. That's going to be Blaze out. Teams are funneling down to that southeast area we're just talking about. And Sauna Boys have set up the perfect the perfect gatekeep, I should say, roadblock on that south side. FaZe, they're forced to just play the little, what do you call it?
So, I guess Navi got overrun. I missed that. I didn't see them going down the kill feed, but either way, they're not in the same spot, and I'm not too surprised. It was a hard spot to hold. TSM catching 1. Michael and FaZe, they're sort of bumping in near each other. 8C just off in the distance there. Tornado Energy are engaging with TSM. That's what's keeping them occupied, which is why 8C is easy to get the bleed out there, as Vex also knocked. TSM in trouble on the hill.
Playing this bay is really damn difficult, and well, I'm glad to see FaZe aggressively go up and try and take some control, because if they have people on that ridge line where he is now, they are completely open.
This is the area we're talking about, right? For the circle to finish here, look at the viewing angle. There's so much vision across everything, which is why it's just a turkey shoot. That's why we've seen Na'Vi go, TSM going. I think if Tornado Energy move up here, they're probably going to go as well. They're probably not going to last much longer, because there's just no terrain to play from.
It's like Sanak, but without cover.
Yeah. Team Liquid, by the way, they chose to just stay in the hangars.
There's no reason not to. They've played that 2-2 split so many times previously, and it's worked out for them extremely well too. The 1 win they had at PGC was actually in that exact spot. So
Vard managed to get into the ditch.
Yeah,
managed to get across the road.
He crossed over, used the time while everyone else was fighting each other to try and see what he can do from where he was making it, and it's going to work out for him for now. Tornado Energy, though, they're in trouble.
This is what we're saying.
Multiple kills coming in.
So it's the same thing, right? We've had Na'Vi there. Now we saw TSM move there. They all get eliminated. Now Tornado Energy are moving into that same spot. It's so open, so punishing to play in and around that area that there is no cover, and you are getting shot from every angle. As previously mentioned, this circle, it does look to be going to that roadside finish.
Oh my lord.
Spot on, Nate. So well cooked. And, well, FaZe, 8C, is he going to be able to come in to get the revive? I'm not sure.
No,
I think Example's going to get there first.
There's no way in hell he's sacrificing himself for that. 29 to the circle. He has to just run. The thing is, he's outside the circle, and as you can see, well, first he's teleporting a bit, but now he's trying to figure out where the hell he goes. There's no way you're going to get that rest, by the way. I think 8C might have some connection issues. I think like he's flying around a little bit. Now he's nading his team. Oh, no, it wasn't
enjoying the connections. Yeah, which is why we're seeing an example like, I can't hit him.
He's
I'm just going to throw a nade. He's all over the place.
All over the place. Tornado Energy, they do get the better face, so One gone down, unfortunately, and that's not what you want to have happen, especially not in that fashion, but does get eliminated. DA out as well, and 11th. Their rotations only lasted them so long, and Smash goes down to the blue.
So, Unique have managed to get to the wall, effectively. Obviously, Team Liquid, we're talking about the fact they stayed in the hangars, and it's working out for them. There is so many teams that are going to be trying to approach from this south side that we've already seen decimating. Now we're going to obviously have Tornado Energy and the Sauna Boys, Inside Games and Pog all down there. So it's really open territory. They're all going to just fight each other. We have the teams coming out, which is after ult right here, taking shots on Team Liquid. They have to try and get these engagements because they have to move out into them.
Yeah, they need to go out and play that.
Look at the smoke wall they're trying.
Yeah, that's the only play they can make here. You got to just send it forward. I think they dipped their vehicles on the other side of the... Shot, I think. Nope, does some damage. This next one is going to get at least one knock. Yep, James finds one.
And another one.
No more nades thrown just for now. Sirong, full speed forward. He should be going down anytime soon.
Yeah, as soon as he gets past that... Okay, so he's got to the hangar. He's got to the back of the hangar. That may be safe, but then Omicron Page says, hello! I'm still here. I need to get more kills because, you know, I'm going for some sort of record at the moment. Pog, looks like they've been decimated. They bumped into Sauna Boys. Sauna Boys also looking towards Inside Games. After ult, it's all sorts of trouble to get into those hangars. Exalt, they're happy. They have a really nice little split here. A 2-1-1, and it's covering every angle they need.
I'm not sure how James just got knocked. This Astrolobak finds the kill from way up the hill. Maybe they're just being a bit too greedy and trying to peek out, expecting that with their teammates on the other side of the runway, they would be safe, but not quite the case. Sauna Boys, they're pulling up. They heard Inside Game shoot just before. Sam peeks down already, and Astrolobak, well, he's playing the rock, but he's going to force him to hide it. Oh, that's a good spot.
Okay.
These eyes that these guys have, I want to have those too.
I know, right? Just to spot that little pixel and say, boom, got him. Got him. Tornado Energy move up. They got themselves a double crate drop, by the way. They've just looted out. Unique with not a great deal left to play with. And again, it is moving to this hillside. So where Pokemolodoy is right now is where I believe the circle will finish. Pretty much where, like I say, the epic Uber versus Squeaky moment.
True.
Back in PEL.
I mean, the thing that I like about Tornado Energy is they're living up to the name in the aspect of they don't like to share areas with others. They will try and kick you out, and I think once they realize that Sauna Boys are playing where they are, if they get a chance, they'll try and push forward. They never just say, okay, we'll leave them there, we'll do our own thing. They will actively try and hold them off. And you can see Aaliyah is full-on committed. So looking in this direction right now. I don't know what Play With Me is expecting to hit, but...
I don't know, but he's got a lot of nades.
I was going to say, he has the nades available.
If he went to the left, he would get it.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of a waste, though. Just toss them out of window without even being able to see where you're throwing them.
I think he expected to be pushed up on. I think that's what he thought was going on.
He's also going to die to the blue if he doesn't do something, so makes sense.
An example kind of has his number as well, looks a bit on the hillside. Play With Me going for the spray down, not going to work out.
Still has one nade, though.
Looks up on the hill, sees example, gets a couple of taps on him, that's nice. Look back down low, just to force him and buy himself a little bit of time, but I think he's going to go looking for him. And now Trash strikes. It is a CIS combo onto Exalt.
Throw that nade already. You know you want to throw it. That's a great headshot. Double mini tap onto nade up. Level 3 ain't going to save him there. He knows for a fact there are people inside that smoke as well. You have one nade still. Play With Me. Jump, toss it in, become artillery, or just go down. Unfortunately, couldn't do a whole lot more. Komput tries to find one more. Not quite the case. He's fired a few bullets with AWM already connected some as well, but that one flew past.
So Omicron looks like they've given up on T-Bone, so it's just Page remaining for them. Team Liquid got their 3 into the hangar. They've managed to get across safely while Trash looks for more with this. See whether he can find anyone. Shiv's got himself to the ridgeline. The smokes are clearing, and now it's simple cleanup time. He knows that Monkey's behind that tree.
Yeah, he's just going to be waiting. He knows for a fact there's a guy behind the broken wall as well, so keeping eyes in that direction. It's going to be simple. Why? Because they have Aaliyah holding off the entire west side on zone. Great job by Tornado Energy.
And they have to be aggressive here because they are basically open peeking. They have to just take every single fight. So the second Team Liquid decide to peek out of that hangar, they have to take the fight. The second that Vard maybe takes a look, the Sauna Boys are moving in from the southwest side. That's really their main threat at the moment, but they don't really have it too many problems there. Alia, as you mentioned, is just sat watching it.
There's a lot on the line here with the next circle shift. Page is somehow alive in the blue still. He's been chilling up there for quite a while. I don't know how many first aids he has. He's still tanking, and with phase 7 connecting, you got to think that, yep, he's going to go down. 7th place with only 13 alive, so averaging under 2 players per, or well, they were averaging under 2 players per team. So having a 4-man stack of Sauna Boys, that all of a sudden seems really, really good.
Yeah, Team Liquid are in a tricky spot as well, because to get out of that hangar is going to be very hard.
Oh, yeah.
Once they realize,
inside,
so certainly Trash and Example get a clean angle on them, but as you can see, they are trying to make and force the play, force the way out. But Tornado, they're not one to back away from a fight. 9 kills and counting. They've been benefiting from that hillside. They've already taken FaZe down. They've taken most of Exalt down up there as well. So Team Liquid will certainly be a nice badge of honor for them to collect. Sauna Boys, they have to make a play. They have to make a move for this one. Pokémon, he is just going to stay there along with Vard. They're likely to be in probably the last 3 teams.
There's only one spot you can go to, and that's exactly where Pogo is. They're going to go right in this feed here. Hello, welcome, welcome. Now he starts shooting. Pogo is by himself. Should get spotted out, but no points, no gain. Not able to get the second. Timmy is going to be there. He should be going down in return, you would have to think, but nope, not quite that just yet. Nuki does get flashed though, and Timmy trying to run behind the vehicle. That is only going to grab him to cover for so long.
It's a smoke, yeah. It's just trying to cover the smoke off. I mean, he needs it because Team Liquid are about to pop him off, and he gets the quick finish there, the headshot.
10th kill for Tornado Energy. Keep in mind, they lost Millman early, and they have just been able to do really damn well off of this. They lost him in the engagement with the face on the eastern side.
Yupsik and Misa are pushing on the south side.
They have to do something.
They have to go looking for it. Exalt been found. Misa, the last man standing now for the Sauna Boys. As Alia has an angle. That's a couple of taps. Trash, lands it on K-Mine there in the distance. Now maybe a second one may well go through. Example will take Jupsix down. So there is just Misa now remaining.
I mean, Tornado Energy right now needs to do as much damage as they can with the cover that they have. Next circle is most likely going to force them down the hill, and they need to damage people as best as they can before that's going to be forced to happen. Comfort sends it down the hill.
Yeah.
Really, really well orchestrated.
Oh, right next to Vard, though. Right next to Vard.
He's there.
He's got no idea that Vard is going to be here.
Snake is right behind him. And that's level 3 gear up for grabs for Vard. If you can get the flush, yes, he does. Are you greedy enough to go out and take that helmet? You can get an AWM as well. Let's see how Vard decides to play this one. I
mean, that's give the warning signs. We said they'd probably be in the top 3, and they are. Team Liquid, that's going to buy them time. So Mexi's managed to get himself up to the wall, or the fence line, whatever you prefer to call it there. 13 kills and counting. Tornado Energy find themselves in a reverse position now. They're in the same spot that the Sauna Boys are. How do we get down there? Alia had made the play. That was their escape route. And now Vard has put paid to that escape route. May well just got himself a second place, which is ironic when it was Team Liquid that took out the 3 members of South George earlier.
I would think that the level 3 gear person stays up the hill, other guys sense it down the hill in a car, go, whoo, I'm over here, and then all out of nowhere, the guy from above gets 1 or 2 knocks. That would be the play to make. It seems like they're both committing to get down the hill instead.
Both cars,
2 cars, yep. Send it over towards Vard.
Send it to Vard, yeah.
They know that there's a full team on that bunker, so just full speed it down towards Vard. See what's going to happen. He finds the first in the car immediately. Vard, that is some great damn shooting. Aaliyah forced into the opening. Keep in mind how early WTSG went down. They were forced to take those fights with FaZe way early as the first team fighting in the game, and Vard is going to get a second place off of this, potentially at least.
Absolutely.
Might be a third. Why are you driving, Vard?
He's just trying to get a. He wants to get.
There's too many cars.
He wants a better ditch spot. I mean, that was the perfect play for Vard. The only way out of it for him there was to get that instant shot, and it worked so well for him. Absolute pressure play that he clutched, no problem. Now Mexi, very aggressive to go looking for Elia. He knows that Vard's pinned. You got Ibiza is basically pinning Vard down, which is why we're seeing K-Mine and Mexi. They're going open peeking, and he's just keeping him, giving the cover fire on Vard. Vard can't come out.
This is a fight for second place for Elia and Vard right now. They just both really, really, really want that extra 1 point of placements. Let's see, Vard should have a few smokes left remaining, considering the fact that he had the corpse of his Comfort there as well. Level 3 gear, maybe. We've seen Vard do absurd things before. We had an insane 1v2 against FaZe yesterday, and now he needs to do a 1v3 on the edge of the blue with only a smoke for cover against Liquid. I'm not seeing this happen, but let's see what he can do.
Yeah, lots of shots coming in towards him. K-Mine's going to make the push. Going over with the Scar. Should be able to get the spray down. As soon as Vard peeks out, takes a big old chunk. K-Mine's low, but it doesn't matter. He's going to find him. It's 8-kill win for Team Liquid. They start where they finished. They initiated the battle with Welcome to South George, and they finished it at the end of the game. But You got to give it to Vard to scrape out a second place from nothing there. That's some good placement points.
That was, I mean, converting that, I want to say, guaranteed 0-point game into an 8-point game. That is something you would never have expected to see. So, great turnaround for him and WCSG. And gotta give it to Tornado Energy as well. Great rotations all the way through, picking up 13 kills in that game. Yeah. Mainly at a distance, of course, but they had that brawl with FaZe on the eastern side. They just cleared out. As I said, they don't like to share. They will bounce teams out, and they did that successfully.
Yeah, they pushed through TSM. They pushed through everybody up on that hillside.
In the air.
Yeah.
That's what I was so confused about. I was like, there's no cast there. Why are you dead there?
No chance for Hyro. Pinned in there. Welcome to South George. Amazing that they got second place out of that, really.
That's insane. I mean, that is very, very impressive. FaZe landing some good shots. Couldn't quite find their way into the circle in the end of it, though. I think it was 8C. He probably had a harder time finding the server than the circle itself.
Look at that nade. So well cooked. Because that's going down the slope. It's rolling down the slope. Perfectly cooked. Perfectly timed. Example. Picking up one of many, many kills there. The Sauna boys finishing off inside. And Unique, I think they were probably hoping for more. You think of Pokemon position, they're just unlucky that Sauna boys came right next to them.
They lost 2 earlier in the engagements inside the military base themselves. But this spray from bottom,
perfect.
Oh my lord!
And he's under fire from K-Mine as well.
Exactly. There's so much going on at the same time. And the fact that it still connects, that is very impressive.
Solid start to game 1 and Erangel. We're moving on to game 2. Quick as you like. There is going to be a small 15-minute break in between game 3. So we're going to be firing through these games as quick as possible. You've got just about enough time to run, have a pee, and be right back. We'll see.
Game 1 is out of the way, and we have one more game on Erangel coming up in just a short moment. D-Man has been replaced. Martin is here, and we're ready with one more Erangel in just a short moment. Just going back to that last one real quick. I talked about Tornado, how well they were doing and fighting off people. A team that was struggling again, TSM. They can't seem to find their way into circles. Arguably, this one was a little harder to get into.
Sometimes you can have an off day, sometimes you can have an off weekend. It's called vacation. This is not the time, boys. You need to step up, and it's going to be now. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get back into it.
Vex did double his kills, though.
Yeah. Impressive.
But interesting first game. We headed on over to one more on Erangel in just a short moment. And I want to say, I mean, looking at some of these drop spots and how they're being changed, Omaken, they went up to Sargi instead of going over to Yasnaya. How much of an impact does it really play when you're forced to change up your loot spots like they were here?
Honestly, the best of teams, they need to be able to adapt, but your rotation, your timings, and also talked a bit about it yesterday, know thy neighbor. You need to know like when the other teams are rotating. You need to be prepared for that, and changing loot spots will kind of prevent that unless you're extremely well prepared. You remember all 15 teams you're playing against, their timings on all 3 maps, and it's very unlikely such things. Usually you're able to remember timings and about how fast the other teams rotate around you, and not the whole lot. So that's one of the kind of disadvantages of changing the drop spot, obviously.
And also they are going to be forced to change under the way. So you can only do so much research. When it all comes down to it, you will get those rough planes. You will get those rough circles where you look for your book. Like, we don't have a strategy for this. What are we supposed to do?
Where's the pages for Sanok? I don't know what's happening here.
Run forward, kill things? Oh, okay, we'll try that. We'll see how it works.
Full shift W.
Well, I mean, it works for some teams. Some teams that like to play the more I don't want to say more strategic, because there's a strategy to being aggressive as well. But I like the idea of, and I feel like that's the main Western meta right now. Aggress early, so you can play passive mid game to then aggress late again.
Exactly.
I think that's the I like that play.
What I like to see from this last game here was especially that no matter like when this circle ends and we have this kind of circle, Liquid is always in those 2 bunkers. I remember it from PGC.
The game that they won?
They won, exactly, and that is this again. So it's very similar to them being able to play this. Nice to see they're able to get that. Also, Vard being able to kind of clutch as much as he did.
I mean, yeah, as Demon and I was talking about, this was a 0-point game. Like, this was oh my lord, let's just get this game out of the way for WGSG. This is the game we can throw away and be like, at least we played good yesterday, and somehow Vard makes it an 8-point game. I mean, that should never have happened. That should never have happened, and he managed to do it. it's a small thing. He crossed over the road to the south side knowing people won't be playing here because there's going to be a team above shooting at the team at the bunker. That's going to make room for us.
But also the car should have given it away at least more than it did. But let's take a look at the points from the last game. 13 kills, Tornado Energy.
Yes.
You guys are nuts.
They popped off up on the hillside, secured a whole hell of a lot of points down towards the southeast. And looking down to the bottom, TSM, as we talked about, just at 1 point, Effects getting the kill. Na'Vi as well, despite rotating to military earlier than we actually normally see them do, weren't really able to convert that into anything.
That's very unfortunate. So take a look at the total points so far with 7 games on Omar Ken. More like, oh my god, very well played by these guys so far. And it's already spicing up and separating a little bit between... And the top is looking very secure already at this stage because we obviously have 16 teams and the top 8 is going to the grand finals.
Yeah, Tornado Energy catching up quite a bit with that 13 kill game, and Alt just outside, 2 points down to Team Unique. And looking down the list, I mean, again, Na'Vi, Exalt too. We haven't really talked too much about Shiv and the gang, but they're a team that I'm expecting big things from. And 7 games and only 14 kills, that is suboptimal. Yeah, exactly. They're a fragging team, and this leaderboard does not show that at all.
No, we'll see some more from them, obviously. We have more games to go, and I hope that
for sure.
This is going to be one of them where they will pop off. Also, TSM, I mean, breaking their own record with 21 kills in PL. If they did 22, they would be straight into the top 8 with that. So it's just one game to get everything started for the majority of the teams on the right side.
And that's the scary thing, right? Because even you can feel as comfortable as you want to on that left side of the leaderboard, but with teams like TSM, teams like Na'Vi, teams like EXO, I mean, I think like 6 out of those 8 teams on the bottom side can pull that one 25-point game out of nowhere, and you go, well, that was our top 8 spot. Now we're in 12th.
And it usually happens in the last couple of games.
It does.
Right?
And that's another discussion we haven't really had at all this time around, is some teams, they thrive in the unknown. Some teams, they can really abuse other teams not feeling comfortable.
Right.
And then you have the teams that give them a day and a half, give them 5-6 games to get used to the server, find the flow of the teams you're playing against, and then they start doing well. And I feel like TSM, looking at their roster, even though it's new, even though it's a lot of changes, I feel like with their lineup, they are a team that needs to get used to their surroundings too. And I feel like they will be able to play aggressive once they get more comfortable.
They're a team that would strive in kind of the PL setting with 96 games.
Exactly.
With
Millie again.
They're the kind of team that would benefit from being able to say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just one game. Or it doesn't matter, it's just one bad beacon. We can do it well again next week. And, we can kind of make up to it. And that's where it comes into, you're going to be able to need to perform, because the whole structure, how the structure for 2020 is going to be, is that you're going to need to be able to perform in 12 games. We have our BO12 qualifiers, we have our BO12 tournaments. Here we have a BO18 qualifier into a BO18 tournament.
This is a blessing for them.
Honestly, this is exactly where you need to be able to perform with these 18 games here.
Yeah.
And they can get started. They can get one good game, and they're going to be in the midst of it. And then the next game, they're going to have a decent game, and they're going to be in top 8. So it's just about getting that started and kick-started in there.
I was looking at TSM to see if they were going to rotate back over to Milta, given that they landed on the military to cross the Milta. Now with this circle, though, seems like they're just going to stick around the intersection and down towards Novo. And Na'Vi as well, this time around, doesn't seem like they're in that much of a hurry to rotate early. But I want to keep my eyes on Liquid too, a team that always pretty much insta-rotates. They're playing slow this time around as well. And I think that's because they saw after last game, wait, Na'Vi rotated early. That could change up things for us now as well. They're going to stop on the other side to campus. What's going to happen? Because they've always just rotated on the knowledge that Na'Vi never rotates early. Last time they did, that's going to make them think twice.
That's going to change a little bit up. And that's especially like the know thy neighbor thing, where you need to be able to know the timings of the teams that potentially, if you want to rotate early, if you want to get out of there, if you want to make sure you get a good position in the majority of the circles, you need to be able to know how are these teams playing, how are they fast, do they move fast, do they move quick, what compounds do they take before us so we can avoid those, or which one to breach because there's only one player. And all that is coming down to the coaches, coming down to the analysts, and the preparation going into these sort of tournaments. And I feel like that's where especially a team like Liquid will strive, with a lot of support from the organization, with their coach 17 as well. And I think that's where they are really going to be able to do well over time and coming into the role. And they're looking really good already. They have a lot of kind of unleashed potential so far. So I'm excited to see how far and how high they're able to fly.
There's no doubt in my mind that they'll probably make it to the finals. Will they be able to perform there against some of the best in the Western scene? I'm curious to find out. But of of course, that's a little ways away from now. They are going down towards the bridge, and I must say, I mean, I know they have a lot of drive-by potential with both K-minded teams and well, I mean, Mexi and EB for that sake as well on the roster, but they don't seem to ever stop to scout that bridge. They just send it.
Hey, they know the timing. I mean, it's less than 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes has passed when they started moving out of Pochinki, and they're by far going to be the fastest. And they never have that good of a loot, but they're going to go into a position where they can get some more. Mostly, it looks like they're going to be taking this compound now. We should look at the minimap here, just east of the Western Bridge. Then there's plenty of loot to kind of restock, refill. Question is, do they have the scopes to do this? Do they have the scopes to play the long-range game that this circle could potentially kind of have to like force you out? If it's a Western circle with kind of high ground play, you need those scopes to be able to make something happen.
Yeah, there's so like once you go west of where FaZe is right now, over towards that military hill on the left side and down towards that. I mean, I know they changed the terrain for the better with the beach not being just one straight stretch anymore, but that is still as terrifying the open area to have to fight your way through.
Absolutely.
Let's see, WGSG, they're crossing over as well. They did stop to scout just a bit, so should know that there's no immediate threats. Teams are, when they are shooting, firing few bullets up in that direction, but no damage being done. Not the biggest issue. So three scary teams on the military side already with somewhat of a connection to that East Bridge, or West Bridge, I should say, with Na'Vi crossing now as well. That might be that one team that's too much. Because there's not really a spot they can take Na'Vi now when they cross over. I mean, FaZe was in the middle. Liquid came over, they took a right. WGSG comes over, they take a left. Where does Na'Vi go without taking a fight here?
Straight south.
Leroy! Just send it through FaZe.
Full send. FaZes, they don't, I don't think FaZe
They play two in the compound and split
they don't
down
have
south.
one on the small compound on top of the hill either.
True.
So
no, they don't have the hilltop.
But they're going to have to stop and scout a few times, and it's not really
Where do you stop to
safe.
scout without getting shot at, though? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way they can stop.
No.
They go under to take the boats,
Welcome to South just should also be taking kind of that position. They're taking a 2-2 split, looks like.
Yeah.
That's a Beto for Besiktas. Taking a few shots.
Way up north, two of the CIS qualified teams in second and third place respectively behind you don't want to knock each other over, guys, when you're playing military. That's suboptimal. Taking the fight to them there, and we can see down towards Sharkfin as well, Blaze and Omarkin having a bit of a scuffle. I think they've figured out the strategy to defeating Omarkin. Kill Page first.
Yeah.
Because then you can always deal with the other guys.
Then you force the other guys to frag. But the scary
Wait, Page
thing
is dead. Run!
They all, like, I don't know. Page just kills the other people that they are going up against before the other guys. The other guys are equally opportune to be able to frag as well. So it's not like that's going to happen. But he had an amazing day yesterday. Probably one of the best days if you look at the kills per game, average damage and so on. It'll go down in history as one of those, at least, especially in a qualifier setting like this.
I mean, he was also very verbal on Twitter and other social media, saying, you know what, guys, I felt it today. Like, today was a good day. And understandably so, he played lights out. So why wouldn't you be proud of that?
Yeah, for sure. And like with the amount of kills he had as well, tripling the amount of kills that TSM had altogether, and also having more kills than the majority of the teams in the lobby. So
yeah, exactly.
That was pretty crazy to see.
It's insane. Inside games now towards the east, rotating from Milton Power, all there on the west side. And up north, we still have Park and Besiktas wasting time by the river.
Also, Sam Peaks chilling.
He's not nervous. He's waiting for a glider to spawn. Or maybe he wants the BRDM, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing, yeah. It's going to wait a while, though.
Also chilling in school.
Just getting looted. They know they're late to it anyway. They know that most likely both bridges are occupied. You can see his team is waiting around the... you know what they're doing? They're waiting for the northern hard shift. That's what they're doing.
Look, you know what?
They're waiting for the north hard shift.
If that happens, like...
There's 700 IQ.
Oh, yeah.
So many
Blaze,
free
they're
kills.
like, yeah, you kill Page, we kill you too.
Yeah, you say that, but they haven't
Click.
crossed. The boat is on fire, or it's at least dark smoke coming out of it. Now it's on fire, but it might just be too late. Vasco, he's a great shot, but at this distance, even the pros having a hard time connecting them. More bullets, more bullets!
Super eager to make this happen.
Especially when you know, like, okay, attack this guy 3 times, attack this guy 2 times. Just give me one more bullet and I get a knock. And Speaking of knocks, yeah, here Uno finds one. Finally.
You saw one of them do 8 damage. It was like an underarm shot. And it was like, I hit him 5 times. What's happening? Stop shooting him in the underarm then. Oh, Uno's going to find Sunsi.
He's cutting his nails with bullets. That's not what you want to do. Sunsi does go down. So second knock for Uno. And doesn't seem like Puck really wants to respond to this. I mean, they were playing the compound. And it's just too slow. I don't know what either of these guys are doing. But let's see the new circle while this skirmish goes on. Are we going north?
Oh my
lord,
God.
it happened!
Are you kidding me?
Exalt 7 billion IQ.
Navi's,
this is gonna be death.
Navi's laughing right now. They're just
Death.
like, boys, we're gonna sit on this. There's gonna be so many fights in the south now. It's actually gonna be crazy.
I mean, Liquid are immediately sending it to the bridge, but they have to expect there to be a team on the other side.
Okay,
They must.
look at this.
Navi's
Navi,
taking the compound. They're leaving. They made mistakes.
Navi, they're like, you know what, boys? We have a prime opportunity here to take one of the best compounds, or
They're playing for
multiple
late
of the best
game.
compounds. So they want to play for late game.
Yes.
Liquid, they are going to be scouting, stopping a few times. Pokemon Doi, and welcome to South George. Finding each other. Iroh, nice fight. Ooh, nice shot, Pokemon Doi.
Yeah, quick flick, headshot, connects to Iroh. He does go down. No flashes coming in just yet. See Nate's coming over now as well. No damage. Oh, as I say, that's 72 actually. And Iroh already bleeding down. Miracle Vant forced to back off. Sam's just over half HP. And the thing is, you can't really stall these fights for too long because you know other teams are going to be looking to engage as well.
Yeah, oh, Nate's going to come out. Gustav's going to be found.
Drive-by!
That's Face. Face being taken down. They're going to be losing. Gustav, Iroh's going to be down as well. K-Mine's going to be found by 8C. Now EB, James and Mix is going to be the last guys here for Liquid.
Gustav just got drive-byed by K-Mind.
You got K-minded by K-Mind?
He got K-minded by K-Mind.
That's actually pretty epic.
That's going to be a blow to the gut. Well, Besiktas find their 4th kill. Puck, they go out in 16th, and I guess this is pretty good for them. Even though they're far up north, they can rotate down to Pachinki, but like, well, there's no one here. And if the next circle goes north too, we're actually in a good spot with 4 kills already.
Stand-in found. Samty, obviously, earlier. Micah's going to go down to Laza, meanwhile.
That's East
on the other
Bridge.
side. Juanita coming out. Stan's going to find Shong, Miracle, and Vard. They're kind of repositioning on the run here. Maybe they're going to be able to disengage. Maybe they're going to be able to snake one of the kills. Vardy's kind of an offhand with an AK. Can he get Pokemon Doi down? Nope. He's going to jump down. They're going to disengage completely, try to get off this, and now they're going to be hunted completely by Unique.
I feel like disengaging only works when you have a place to disengage
Miracle.
2. Let's see, Miracle. He does find 1, but I feel like it's just delaying the inevitable. He should be going down, and yep, he does get knocked. Vard is still alive. We've seen him do 1. Does he find stand? And now it's well able to secure 1 point off it, but there's still 2 more to deal with. It could technically shift back to military, you know.
Oh my God, he's gonna get Nate. No.
Oh, if he hadn't cooked that one, it would have bounced over.
Probably,
yep, it would have bounced over. He spotted him, or at least he saw the Nate trajectory. So Nate fly midair is gonna put 2 and 2 together and knows that he's down that hillside. Vart's gonna go down to heal back up. I'm just saying, there's a chance it could hard shift back towards the southeast.
Yeah.
Theoretically, there's room enough for a center dot on that south side.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be
Just like out of the piers, there's room.
Yeah, that
Could you
oh my
imagine?
God,
Could you
that would be
imagine
so-
the BM?
Play with me, pushing Vard. He's gonna find. He's gonna see him. He's gonna take him down.
Yeah.
Play with me. That is Miracle and Vard out completely. Nick's gonna annihilate, completely, fully wipe them off the floor here. 4 kills for them. That's fair for them. They're gonna be completely alone on the south side. TSM has to move away from Blaze on the east side of the bridge here. We see Digital Legs actually kind of bridge camming the east bridge to make sure that they can maybe get a few points there. Everybody else kind of made it safely, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Maybe losing 1 or 2 players here and there on the northern side, and now Besiktas are coming in slowly and not. They're happy for this northern shift. Otherwise, they would have been having they're gonna have a rough time. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the only reason 7 of those teams survived that crossing is because Navi didn't stay on the bridge.
Yeah.
Had they stayed, there would have been just a big clock up on that west bridge. Everyone would have gone east, and now we only had 3 or 4 teams fighting for the east, which would have been 7 or 8 instead of that would have been just slaughter and chaos. So thank you, Navi, for allowing the other guys to continue to play this match.
Now FaZe is rotating into a different position. They're taking the little shacks on the fields. This, and as we know, this is the 3rd circle. 4th is going to go away from water, and we have a bit of a bay east of the gas station, so it's going to go kind of far away from water. So this is a really good position. Seen it multiple times there. Oh, that's 1. AT is going to take down Waits. AT is down to 2 HP himself. He needs to get off and try to heal himself off. Flush is coming in. Not a lot of cover in this area here, but if you manage to control it well, then It's a really good position.
It's fun because people always go, oh, but that's just the wooden shack. You can destroy it. It's not a good spot. But that's the only shack that has a bit of a dip around it. So
it has a ridge line towards the south, right? So that you can really play well.
So even though the wooden shack might get even though the wooden shack might get destroyed, the oil cans and all that you have around you, including your own vehicles you're coming in with, that is actually going to grant you a hell of a lot of cover, arguably more so than the other shacks. Well, Besiktas, they're sending it full speed forward. Not sure what they're committing to, but they are going into the field. And if they spotted the forest open on the east side, that's actually a very, very smart rotation on their part. I think they did. They stopped up on the hillside, back to I call it G2 forest, and they're going for the east side forest now. They could potentially get a really good position out of this. That's a very smart read by Besiktas.
Yeah, no shots coming out from Naleb. He has a K9 with 7 bullets total. I don't know how that happened.
Had to drop ammo for Mets when they saw this circle, so go back towards the west side.
Exalt with a 1-1-2 split with the doubled yellow house stack as well. They can do a lot of pressure and control a lot of this, but also they can kind of be walked upon as well if they want to have shifts watching that. Let's see how that's going to go. The next circle is most likely going to go kind of north-northwest, according to the water algorithm. Sauna Boys on the west, Unique on, they just landed Ferrip here. Blaze is waiting on the other side. They're looting what Liquid didn't loot once they came over the circle in the first circle.
Yeah. What does TSM do here? They're already going to be out now. Do they wait for DA to push down from the hill and then go after them? I don't see what they can do from here. I feel like they want a hard west shift, just because they're going to be out no matter what anyway.
Yeah, I kind of feel.
Yeah, they're going to backtrack. They're going to backtrack DA to see if they can get anything inside. But I feel like even then they're screwed.
Mise, they're going to be finding the Navi guys.
Yeah.
Taking down 2. Tap's going to be found. Tap against Tap.
That's what happens when you 2-1-1 split phase 4 in this circle. That is way too greedy, guys.
This log was really... it was 150 meters away from the other guys. Oh, look at this. The northwest one.
To be expected, I guess.
As we expect, TSM is sitting in. There's actually a dip here that they can play on the fields. Let's see if...
Can you play it with Pachinki Hill in still?
Yeah. Oh. It's playable with 1 car. It's a really good dip. There's also the small new forest on the new map, which is really interesting. But obviously, we'll see if they're gonna be able to play this. There's a dip where they can find it. Yeah, over here. Keep going. He's gonna blow up.
Oh, that's the move. He's gonna go for the rock instead. Okay, that makes sense. He is gonna be spotted by 8C though. The thing is, 8C, that's what we're just talking about. Those shacks, you're very limited in what you can peek into. And you have to expose yourself completely in order to get any vision from those shacks by leaving the actual shack. Whereas the position that Uber is playing, because of the dip, you can maneuver around a little bit more.
Energy. Gonna be pushing on this Javelus. It's gonna be taken down. Kofis knocked as well. It's not looking good for Besiktas. What is Exalt doing here with this? So they're moving in with a 2-2 split. They're keeping 2 guys on the south part. And then 2 guys in the shack in the middle.
I think they're playing it as 2 duos right now because they've been separated, and all they have to do is, all they can do is wait for next shift, hopefully to go east and then meet again. Yeah. They cannot do anything as long as DA is in between them.
No. Well, and also it kind of depends if they want to try to play out of it and try to support the other guys that are in the fields, because if they don't get a few circles, they're going to be having a rough time.
This is huge, though. The fact that Omagan goes all the way down. Yeah, Besiktas, great rotation. Got to give it to them. It was a really, really good rotation. Just couldn't really hold their own against both the Inside Games and Tornado Energy.
No, they got sandwiched.
Omagan coming down that hill, that is massive for teams like TSM, for Exalt as well, for that sake, because now they know there's no one on the hill anymore. Yeah. Now you can start playing a little, not aggressive necessarily, but you don't have to actually just hide it out like a coward in the field anymore, because there's no one overviewing the area.
Yep, Alia's going to go down. Pix is going to find him with the barrel. Oh, more shots coming in. That's Melman winning that 1v1. Now it's a 3 versus 3 with these guys. So that's the low edge. She's going to join that fight as well. Misa's going to be taken down by a doozy.
See, Melman's falling back.
5 kills for Unique so far.
Yeah. Well, they had the 4 on WTSG.
Doozy's the last player. Can he find some kills maybe in Sauna Boys or potentially Blaze in the southwest? We'll see later. Inside Games here. Bear is going to be found by Tap. So Fex is the last player from TSM. Let's see what he can do.
He can chill. I think that's all he can do. He
can wait.
He can do nothing for a very long time if he's fortunate to get the circles going his way. I don't think there's a whole lot he can do in terms of going out and trying to take control as a solo in that area. And oh my lord, I think Udio actually just tagged him up. Yes, it is Monkey finding him in the field. And even though the north side hill was out, I guess with the shack still in on the south side of the plank houses, that's going to take TSM down and out, and 2 tough games to start off the day after a hard day yesterday. That's hopefully them looking to turn things around on Sanok.
Like he used to be some sort of pilot or something with his vision, being able to see the small pixels of effects on the fields.
The real sniper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice to see Exalt starting off a little bit. Exalt could potentially have a really good game. And Lipson taking some shots with this Mexi. Nades are coming out. That's a good pressure nade right there. Not going to connect anything though. Unique is going to be going out. Freak is going to be found by Melman. Oh, there's a lot of pressure on those guys over there.
Blaze still have 3 up. As I say that, EB does manage to tag Laza down low. He might actually be able to get into safety here as well. EB has to run off the hill. Knows that Laza is in the... Oh, great position by James. Good info. Given across. Finds the knock on 1, and EB knows the pressure is on inside the building. Has to push in. Yeah, inside games eliminated. Tornado Energy, 4th kill for them. They're looking to continue what they started off the other time, and Lipson from outside finds 1. Apocalypse going down. Oh, around. Okay, Lipson went down. Apocalypse find 1.
Apocalypse, last player, 13 HP, being pushed right now.
Refire.
He's going to reposition. Sure that he can heal off. Is Apocalypse going to be doing the same though? James is knocked.
This is a huge pre-fire from Apocalypse. They just saw there actually shooting in towards EB before he even saw him, because as you said, I mean, there's just 1 left alive. Oh, that's a good nade. That's
nice
a perfect nade. Bouncing
well
it off
played.
the door. Or the door frame. That is really, really well played by EB.
It's not a lot of kind of area for him to play from now on. He has to heal up. He has to try to get as much here, and then he can maybe play on the southern side. There's a little ridge line there, but Sounder Boys are there with 3 guys alive.
They know.
So they're fully aware. Exalt, they kind of have to send it here, but they don't have a car vehicle that can send it to the shack.
Yeah, I mean, they somehow need for Shiv and the last Exalt player in the field to apply pressure to DA. Maybe get a knock on one side for them to run down, because they're the only team looking at them right now.
True.
EB is in a car now as well. Not sure where he's going. Maybe that's the distraction they need for EB to go crash the shack. Udyr is trying to make the run down. You can see him getting tagged up. And Thrally is shooting over towards Ibiza. Not able to do any damage. EB, though, does get blown up. So Liquid out in 9th. We're in placement points now. And, well, see this here. There's a lot of pressure being applied to DA, and that might allow for Exalt to cross on over. But as I say that, they're forced back up the hill. And Monkey and Udyr, they'll be in trouble real damn soon with the blue connecting on them.
Car.
Goes to show what loot DA's had when they have a...
Did you hear that? It's a car like rolling somewhere.
It's EB's US rolling forward.
Oh, lul. Lul. Get some DA luls in the chat. Monkey's gonna be going down to Mert. Melmans. The Tornado Energy guys, they actually found a really good way into the zone here. Magen is going to go down in 8th place. That's well played by Tornado Energy. They are showing up today. 9 kills so far, Toby.
That's insane. They had 13 last game, 22 kills over the last 2 games, and there's still 22 players left alive in this one. They knew that with Omagen pushing down the hill, that north side ridge that was available, so they wrapped all the way around, played that northeast side. It was the only place they could go, and it's the place they went. And with that, they went out, as I said, don't like sharing, take control now. They get a shift towards them as well. And this is looking really good for Tornado Energy.
They are left right now. FaZe most likely will be gatekeeping Sounder Boys, potentially also Na'Vi, or Na'Vi and Sounder Boys will be going into a fight together. Tornado Energy here taking some shots at DA that are currently outside the new zone.
I don't know why, but Na'Vi is really, really good at playing these field endings. I always feel like I see Senya take so much control in these areas.
Yeah, but they're in
they
a
play
really
them
rough
well.
spot now, right?
Oh, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. They do have cast there. I would assume they've parked the cast so that they can leave
they have
with
to send
them.
it in right here.
Yeah, there's
like
a
little
center dip they can play on.
Little place, please.
They will be visible.
Around.
Senya is leaving now. Either you crash the Exalt Shack or you just make a car fort on the edge of the circle. Shiv finds Duke sick from afar.
Oh, he stole him.
Curse one, but Smash is there. Nope, mine now.
Nice shots coming in upper body.
I like the ups and downs from Smash there. Not ever becoming a stale target, always moving around and utilizing those small windows to get the angle.
Shots coming in, connecting just a few natives, gonna find Nuki.
Mine now. Oh, no, mind. Native got it.
Then the last player from Sounder Boys, they're gonna be out. Mitrelli is gonna be finding him. 4 kills so far for DA, 4 guys alive. Let's see how much they can do here. Exam's gonna find Mert. And now Sixmo is gonna be the other guy alive over there. And I'll see if Udyr can do anything with this. Decent nade. but not. He didn't play baseball when he was a kid, so he couldn't throw it far enough. Now Na'Vi is they're pushing now with smokes. 3 smokes, 4 smokes so far. FaZe has to do something to repel this attack here. Sin is going to find FaZe.
All Na'Vi needed was to get down the hill, because that means that everyone's on an even playing field. No one can see each other because the grass is so tall. DA, they're getting some knocks and flushes in, but Smash does go down to the blue. So it's just I believe 6 more left alive. Thralia's out to the blue as well.
Nature coming out. Not thinking Uber though. Uber needs to make a stance right now to make sure they get him out. Melman found Murd or finished him off. That's 1 down. Nice. Ooh, this nade is good. 1 more of those in the same direction. It's going to be looking very good.
That's golden. That's at least sending you out. Yep, damage done to Tab as well. There's so many nades in the hands of FaZe. They've been playing at a distance the entire game, so they have not had to use any utility at all. And now, as you can see, Uber is lobbing his 5th nade out there. Should be able to dodge it. Yep, it took for a bit too long.
Ooh, that is Shift also finding Kemba. Wow, that is well played by them. FaZe, are they going to be able to save FaZe as well? Potentially. 80 is looking to get him. And now there are 3 guys alive on the southwestern side with a lot of space, and it's kind of up on a little kind of hilltop on this field area here, so they have a lot of space to play. They will be probably sweeping in straight into the zone or playing on the southern side. Now Tornado Energy, and after all, they're going to be fighting here shortly. Let's see how these guys execute it.
Tornado Energy just got level 3 gear as well into combat. That is pretty useful after all. They find the knock onto example. Good shooting. Melman does find 1 in return though. Let's see, Gujar. What can you do? Melman gets tagged up. That nade is good.
8C.
1 down as well. 8C is able to do the damage from afar. Melman trying to hold off. They should probably just prioritize getting the reses up, because 8C is there to help. 10 kills for Tornado, back-to-back games.
And 7 so far for FaZe. 8C on 6 of them.
But look at their utility. Scars on nades, scars on smokes, and no vest either, exactly.
Shift. Oh, Shift in
He's playing the roof of the shack with no one to the back. That is a perfect position to play from.
Shift with 8 bullets as well for the K9.
He doesn't need more. There's only, what, 6 opponents, right?
Yeah.
Just headshot them forehead. Just land headshots, man. Oh, there's one with a level 3 helmet, so he needs, what, 7 bullets. Yeah. And he has 8. So he can whiff 1, that's fine. That's okay.
Coming in as well.
Gotta make cover where there is none. First phase. Is that 2 tires on that Dasha? Because it's driving very, very slowly.
Let's see if they can do something here. Maybe they could find some of the guys that are blown up in the fields earlier. See if they can find some of their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's enough corpses around. It's just a matter of pinpointing them, because those crates do go in one with the grass pretty easily.
Yeah, this next circle here, I'm just hoping for it to go dead center where nobody has anything to play off so far.
I feel like no matter where it goes at this point, Tornado Energy has the best position.
Yeah.
Because FaZe only has those, what, 15 meters to the hilltop where everyone else can see them. Tornado Energy can still wrap down towards the south without Exalt having a good angle.
No, but if Exalt doesn't get the next circle, they're going to die
first.
They're
dead, for sure. Everyone's going to wait for Exalt to be forced to make the move.
Oh, FaZe actually has a lot of space in the south, because they have the whole kind of, there's like a little dip area.
You can run along right the sideline.
So if they get Exalt out here in the next one, they're going to be looking good. Oh, this perfect circle for FaZe.
Massive hard shift.
Perfect circle for FaZe.
I feel like Tornado needs to push further southeast now.
And look at this aggressive stance here from Uber. So he's going to have the other 2 guys play Anger versus Tornado, so they have to win this 2 versus 3. And then Uber is going to take out the Exalt guys for maximum potential. They're trying to get all 5 available points right now.
I was going to say they're oh, there's someone crashing. They're going massive on individual skill. Like, they're really, really, really putting faith in each other right now. For Uber to hold off 2, and for 8C and FaZe to hold off a 3-man team. 8C without a vest, keep that in mind, against the Tornado Energy that has 23 kills in the last 2 games combined. That is, I don't want to say greedy, because I know FaZe are a team that could probably go out and do it, but that is very, very, very respectful of your teammates.
Uber's play right now is to kill both of the Exalt guys, then sweep around on the eastern side and kill all of the Tornado Energy guys, so he also has 6 kills like 8C.
That's the plan. Uber is going to be unleashed, and all hell will break loose. They do still have a vehicle, Nail Up and Shift. Not sure if they're going to be able to need it. They should have smokes as well. They've been chilling in that building for a long time.
They smoked a decent kind of line here. Oh, that would have been sick.
3 bullets left. Yeah, there's a decent line.
Yeah.
Uber trying to remain incognito for a little while longer. He's going to be able to come out of nowhere, do some damage. Busted helmet, only a Molotov in terms of utility as well. So everyone's making their way forward, but right now it's Shiv and Nailup who are the players that are being focused, I should say.
Need more smokes for
Did he
this
see
to
him?
make this happen here.
I think the grass makes it hard to see because it's moving around as well.
I doubt that they're going to have an idea that he's here.
Oh, they have no clue, but I'm wondering if he saw them, because you did see Shift just peek outside of the smoke real quick.
Yeah, true.
That's where you need to kill the suit.
Oh, Combat, they're playing very passively, very slowly here. Now, smokes are coming out. They don't want to use all of them.
Go out.
Yeah, exactly. They 2 minutes and 40 seconds until the closes on the dot. Mello's going to find 8
This is huge. This is massive. That's the entire north side control that they just lost, because First Phase was pushing down to help Uber.
So Uber's going to be coming in behind the Exalt guys. The Exalt guys are going to be trying to do something against the Tornado Energy.
Tornado wanted to get a chance to third party. That's why they were playing as passive as they were. They expected FaZe to take the fight with Exalt. That never happened. Now I think they got tired of waiting. Let's see that nade is on Nailup. Wait, shoot. Oh my lord, that's so greedy.
Oh,
he actually goes for the flush first.
I love it.
That is greedy, my friend, in a top 3 situation, but you just guaranteed yourself top 2. 3v2, Fuzz and Uber versus Tornado.
See if they can make something happen. 11 kills so far as well, Toby. They're going to have 25.
It would be 26 kills in 2, like back-to-back 13-kill games.
Yeah.
That would be huge. And
an
the third place
an example, 0 kills. How rare is that to see that?
They lost Miramar instantly last game too. It was both of the times. It was 3-man performances. I mean, Aliyah did stay alive for longer this game, for sure, but still, it was 3-man performances in both of them that racked up the majority of the kills.
Does anyone have more smokes or nades, any utilities on all the teams?
There's 2 nades on Fuzzface.
Yeah, Fuzzface has 2.
Oh, that one is actually extremely good. It's wrong. I thought it hit him. I thought it was right on him, but that second one is going to be one. That second one is going to be real good. Comfort, though, bounces a bit too far. 2v2.
And I feel like the FaZe guys kind of have the upper hand here.
They have it. Fuzz is low, though.
If he smokes an aggro smoke towards him, then it's going to be real good.
This is where Gillisu can win you the game.
Uber takes down 1, finds the other one as well. Oh my god, FaZe Clan. 12 kills and a win.
They played that field for the longest of time, and they took their time in the end of it to clear it out. Uber, the killing machine in the end of it. The 4x spray control on point, and as you can see, 5 kills for him. Fuzz was there throwing the nades, being the support player. It was Uber who got unleashed. You said you wanted him to get 6 kills. He got 5.
I was expecting
he had
him
1
to
kill.
kind of do that. I was absolutely nuts.
He had 1 in the start of it. He got 5 for the last 6. Great play by Uber there. But again, like last game, you got to give it to Tornado.
Yeah.
How they managed to rack up that many points. Not only that, but keep 3 alive until that very final fight.
Extremely impressive play so far.
So difficult to do.
They really put the time in and the effort in to make this happen here, and they've stepped up as a roster. And this is the potential that these guys had together. It's nice to see. Well played by FaZe Clan as well. But this, being able to... Well, they had 2 kills here on this hill, Toby. Being able to take down inside games, push that out, and just play the whole northeastern side so well. Take down Omaken and take so many more kills as well along the way.
And keep in mind, this game, for everyone, when Phase 3 hit, this was Phase 2, I guess you should say, when it shifted back northwest. This was well, we're going to get 2 points. Everyone is going to get 2 points, except that one team that's sitting on the other side. They're going to get 30 kills and a win.
Yeah.
Tornado was one of the teams on military that had to rotate back, and they still get out with this many points.
Insane. They're probably going to be number 1 after this. I mean, I can't expect much more from these guys, but they could have had more players alive. Example hasn't started fragging out completely yet, and like they're kind of on the cusp of just completely starting to just blow up and just showing this lobby how it's done.
It sure does. It does look promising, and we know that they're really good fraggers on Sanok too. I mean, if you combine what they've done here, kind of taking this Erangel play into a Sanok playstyle, they're warm for next game. I mean, they are very warm. So let's see how they're going to fare over on Sanok in just a moment. Before that, though, we'll take a short break, guys. So stick around. We'll see you guys again real soon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GLL Season 4 Regional Qualifiers for the EMEA. I'm Lidia Smith. This is Martin Avenger. Good. Get in there?
No. Not even close.
Not even close.
Good.
Good.
Martin, good.
Good. So it's like
better.
good, but good.
Yeah. That's like,
It's like
extremely good.
It's literally between German and English.
Yeah.
Good and good.
Yeah.
Good. There we go.
Good.
Good. Good.
Fantastic.
We got there eventually. It's only taken 2 years.
Something like that. Or something around the line. Probably even more, actually. 2.5.
Yeah, 2017, wasn't it, right?
No,
Probably.
18.
What do we know?
Oh,
Oakland
17,
would have
oh
been
my
17,
God.
right?
We're so old, Liam.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
So, phase up. Get your
Yes.
phase ups in chat, boys, because they turned that around. Then, honestly, I don't think they should have. I think Tornado should have had that one.
They could have played more aggro, I feel like, yeah. When the whole fight was happening and how the FaZe was kind of trying to recover, they should have third-partied that, in my opinion. But they did play it well.
They got a lot of kills again.
They got a lot of kills.
Yeah.
It's kind of impressive to
Something
see.
like 23, 24, 2 games running, sort of like, together.
Yeah,
Combined.
it's 20.
It's a lot.
24.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at kills.
It's actually
because we have them.
We haven't.
We do have them. Not yet, apparently.
We have them soon.
How can I be early? How can I
don't
be
know.
ahead of time with that one? I thought I'd filled it long enough. I thought I'd
you-
filled for quite a while now.
Yeah, no.
But apparently not.
But-
Not yet.
No matter what, in the last game they had 13.
Topsy-turvy game, though. That Phase 3 shift was a bit of a kicker. This is like, it's like going back to PGC, right there.
The Phase 2 one.
Phase 2,
one-
yeah, when
one
he
north,
decided to go north, yeah. That was a kick in the butt for everyone
What I
involved.
was surprised to see is that, first of all, Na'Vi decided not to bridge camp. I think there was more upsides from them bridge camping than taking the center compound, because when we usually see this northern one, because of the kind of the bay that goes in, like very inland, that is east of the gas station, that kind of eliminates that any compounds are really good to play. So usually it ends up,
Because you can't get kills from
no.
them. Yeah.
Usually it ends up being a field ending, and from there, like how do you play that as well as possible? It's actually the best is to play multiple positions, like Tornado Energy did, and kind of reposition yourself all the time. So I was surprised not to see them to bridge camp, because that could have hurt a lot of the top teams, because the top teams usually tend to rotate early, take some chances with the bridges. So I was surprised not to see them try to mess up the game for some of the other guys and take a lot of the kind of free points just coming over the bridge.
But it didn't work out, and again, they kind of lost out on points. It's kind of been the story of their game so far, and you know what? We're approaching the halfway point. This will be the halfway point of the tournament. So if you're starting to sit down that bottom half of the table, you're going to get a little bit nervous. Here we go. Scores from the previous matchup. No surprise, obviously, FaZe up the top there with the 12 kills and 22 points. Tornado Energy fragging out once again. But Martin, down the bottom, rock bottom, another 0 for TSM. It has not gone well for them. And I'm not going to lie, they kind of struggled in the qualifiers. They kind of limped through in 4th place a couple of times on the qualifier to get through to the open qualifier. They did get the top 3, obviously, to be here, but it's not going well, is it? 11 points. 11 points.
More than half of the points came from one game. The second game, where they got 6 kills. The rest is singular games or a placement point and a kill here and there. It's a completely new roster. They have been practicing, they have been playing together, but it hasn't been working a lot.
Well, let's look away from the negatives, though, and look at the positives, because, you know, the cutoff at the moment is 42, obviously inside games there as well. So it is really 30-point difference. So it's like literally a game or two, and you turn it around instantly.
The first game of GL, 31 points, TSM.
Right there,
right there. That's 42 points right there. So it's 2 good games to get it started. So they shouldn't be completely sad just yet. But yeah,
it can mentally get to you, though. The mental fortitude required for these sort of tournaments, these sort of tournament players. Like it can be dangerous to be, there's always next game, there's always next game, because those games can run out very quickly. So you have to kind of address what's going on. We'll see how they do it. They did get contested in Sanhok previously. They are going to avoid and make sure they don't go anywhere near it. We had, I think, double Paradise Resort drop. Or was that NA? That was NA, wasn't it?
That was NA, yeah.
Boot Camp is where Liquid get contested, or they did. Doesn't look like it's going to happen this time. That
anymore.
was previously...
GSM also
was
has
it Blaze that we used to go there? I think it was.
We've seen, We've seen multiple different, but it's actually pretty well spread out equally now inside games. To Energy, they're not contesting or sharing anything in Paradise, but it's very decided already. There's nobody wants to contest each other. They want to make sure they can get as many players alive later in the stage.
I like Blaze's adjustment as well, because we were talking about it, obviously, with Welcome to South Georgia adjusting their position. and going further over. It does open up the fact that Runes was completely untouched, and now they will take it. So that's fine. And it goes once again up into the northeastern area, which generally means that the circle finishes kind of decided. We'll see if it does adjust.
And you know what this means? It means that Omakan is going to have a good game again.
Yeah, it's a mega game for them possibly here.
And inside games potential as well. Let's see with DA, they're most likely going to be taking an early position close to the center of the zone. It's going to be rough for TSM, very rough for After All and Blaze, and potentially also Unique. We'll see how the rest of the guys they're going to fare further into the game. But there's two things I wanted to say while we were talking about TSM.
Yep.
Number one, this talks to how important a very good IGL is.
Yes.
Number two, it talks to how important it is to having a very good coach /or analyst that are able to correct you and make sure that the mistakes are pointed out so you don't make them again. And make sure you improve from game to game and not just from week to week.
So basically a full-on test for Rory now, who's obviously taken over Dids' role. And
it's a new role for him as well. It's
exactly.
New players. Overall, it's not something you can fix immediately. It's something that takes time and practice. And
with Gustav no longer IGL, of course, as well, going over to FaZe.
So they're having a new IGL, actually two IGLs, and I had the pleasure of I often have the pleasure of talking to Michael and fixing those guys, and I asked them, so who's IGLing? And he's saying everybody has an opinion right now.
That's the dangerous one.
And that's the dangerous one. But they actually and I told to Fex, and I said, you know what? If you feel like there's many opinions right now, then you just don't say anything. Listen to the other guys, and then try to guide that everything is being decided. But I think Brexco and Bear himself is very vocal, and I think they're going to be leading the majority of it. They're very experienced, both of them, in IGLing, in co-IGLing. So it's just about getting the nail done, and they're going to have this one good game. It could be this, it could be the next one, and to get that started. And then when the snowball kind of starts rolling, then they will potentially be getting closer and closer, kind of the nice comeback.
We know they're all very good players. Like
absolutely
Bear,
amazing
a.k.a.
players.
Gemty, was probably considered the best player of 2018.
Yeah.
Brexco had a top fragging performance in PEL Phase 1. Absolutely smashed it along with Chris. These guys, and obviously Michael looking at his performance at PGC, TSM's performance as well. Example that didn't go to plan. Alia does get Metralius down though. Tornado Energy, that nade could be huge. It's going to come through. Okay, it's going to get Metralius, big splash on him.
It's 3 teams already. Inside Games, DA, and Tornado Energy that are fighting for this specific compound. And there's a reason for this, because we've seen a lot of endings close to this. And it's a crossroad compound that has a connection to all 3 sides of the road to the forest. So if you control this, you can basically make sure that you can get anywhere from this. So this is extremely important, this fight here, very early on.
FaZe have took a really hard rotate. They've gone way round south of Quarry and pushing around on the east side, which has opened up for Blaze. Blaze are going into the compound, the Crossroads compound that you'd ordinarily expect to see FaZe coming into, and then slowly working into this fight, because that's where FaZe would like to end up. But it does mean they're going to be forced over to Bravo. Omicron are also walking up towards this position. It could get very messy in and around this Crossroads.
I like this. We'll see how far and how deep Navi's going to be able to come. Senya's leading the charge. He's listening, making sure they have all the information here. I think they're going to be taking a 2-2 split potentially, and have guys on all sides of the road here. Kemba is in a compound that I would like to see them in. It's one of the center ones, and we've seen a few endings close to that as well. Pestilodge is also over there. It looks like he's going to be hanging out with the tab on the eastern side. So they're doing a 2-2 split now. Kemba's coming over there, so they're going to be making a split. We'll see how FaZe is going to come in, though. Shots are coming out on the 6s from FaZe. Not connecting just yet, though.
And if you guys at home...
the scooters.
That's not an escape field, Udo. That is not an escape field.
Like this.
It's like he's on a holiday in Vietnam or something. It's just like, you're going away. No. Oh, dear. Well, that's fed FaZe 2 kills. 2 more points. They'll be happy for those. Obviously looking to push through the holders from the GLL Grand Slam.
The scooters. Man, trying to get away with like 40 kilometers an hour.
It's like jumping on a milk float. I don't know if they were ever a thing in Denmark or anything, but milk floats are like the slow battery-operated vehicles that used to go around in the early days of the 80s. Anyway, as I was about to say, thank you very much. Keen-eyed observers out there will notice that the colours have changed.
Thank you.
FaZe Clan are now in their proper red. Team Liquid are now dark blue, which they weren't in Game 1. So it was just confusing me to catch out. I was like, wait, who's that team up there? Wait, who's the golden one? Oh, that's now After All. Okay, so they've changed. So I'm happy because observers have sorted it out, so we all know. Just in case you guys are at home a little confused when you're looking at the maps and
Also
thinking, where's my team? Yeah.
All of our very hardcore fans and the
Yes.
competitive community fans, they're used to these colors. Na'Vi, they're bright yellow. FaZe is red. And Liquid is obviously dark blue.
There's one more to change, by the way.
Which one?
Welcome to South George.
What color do you want them to be?
Should be black.
Oh,
Black and
yeah.
white. Black and white.
Yeah, can do.
Yeah. But anyway.
There's too many blue.
Well,
as
technically, they should be dark green, like the color of the old jerseys they had, right? The
Right.
PGI jerseys.
Yeah, but the logo, you always
It
want
would look
the
horrible,
logo
though, wouldn't
to
it?
be the
Yeah, it
You
would
want the
look
logo
horrible.
to be kind of look good in game as well.
Yeah, which it does fine. It's fine.
We'll ask Dofus what color he wants it to be. He probably has
Yeah.
what's the color code?
He's probably
called?
got the color. Yeah,
The exact
the
color coding. stuff.
exact point. Yeah.
We'll see with that. DA though is blue, like they usually are. It's a very standard kind of circle we see here. It pulls away from water already in phase 2. Usually doesn't in phase 3. But this is going to be a very smooth sailing game from on here on.
And you can see why DA were fighting for that crossroads
Right.
compound, right? This is prime position. It is the crossroads we expect it to go to. Navi are going to sneak into the hill
Yep.
on the backside, just south of Inside Games and near D8. That's where they're looking to sort of sneak over to. Omicron doing the same. Exalt look like they're going to try and do the same. The danger is that Barn is just so south of Omicron. That's so flat and open that everybody where Omicron are covering this big hill ridge line at the moment and sort of looking down it. So Exalt, they can't really get in there without being seen.
Yeah, they have to play on they have to continue straight north towards Navi X and potentially take the compound, which is a kind of a rough compound to play. You don't see many play it, and it rarely ends there. It usually ends further west of it in terms of circle tendency and so forth.
Team Liquid had a massive kill score from this game, right? And then PEL. I seem to remember they were slaughtering everyone in Barn. Where Navi further to the north, though.
I'm curious to see why Liquid is up on the northwest, though. They're coming in from boot camp. Circle's not that far north, like the last one. Like
they rotated all the way up to Cow.
Right.
They're coming down from Cow, so they took a massive rotate up there, and actually it means they've been kept on the outside. Maybe it's just a change of pace for Sanhok for them, thinking, okay, let's play on the edge.
I mean, what I like though is that often we don't see people.
On it.
Yeah. He's still on it.
He's still on it.
He's yesterday, like some of the guys they were asking like, so Iro Page, I want to know what do you eat, what do you wear, like
what's the hair gel, what's the pack of smokes,
like, literally everything. What have you done? What have you changed the last couple of weeks? We're gonna find Shift though. That is Exalt and FaZe potentially fighting quite early while the second circuit is closing.
So that's what we were talking about. Exalt, they couldn't go through Barn because they'd go straight into Omicron. And they are taking shots from Omicron as well, which has forced them over to the east and straight into FaZe Clan. Not a place that anyone really wants to be. FaZe Clan themselves, they can't really go too far north because Camp Bravo's there and you can see Besiktas are there, so they're going to come across.
They have to play on the ridgeline north of the warehouses here where Gustav is coming in.
By the way, birthday boy on your screen there, Fuzzface, having his birthday. Jazza as well having his birthday. We'll see him later on tonight. Yeah.
Fuzzface. Congratulations, big boy. He looks like he's turning 35, but it's actually 24, I think. He's from... Or is it 20? Yeah, it's 24 because he's 1994.
Yeah, Jazza just turned 20 today, didn't he?
Yeah. So
young whippersnappers.
Yeah, I mean, he looks 35 because of the massive beard, obviously, for his face, not because of his beautiful face. He's a very good looking.
He's done his military service and everything. He's lived a life already at only the age of 24. But
yeah, he has the life experience of a 35-year-old.
He does. Yes, that is very true. And he's won a lot of money in PUBG.
Oh yeah, I think he's still top. I think he's still top 10.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he won the one-on-one, which wasn't massive money ages ago.
But it's just it gives to that only player,
Yeah,
so like it's not a team that goes up with that. But yeah, he's definitely one of the longest-standing professional players in PUBG. I'm happy that he's been able to perform for so long.
It's such a bizarre run as well because he obviously came in originally as a stand-in for FaZe Clan and then ended up, becoming.
Oh, didn't
Fade's
they get
friend.
him directly from Kinguin, actually? I think
They did,
got
yeah.
him. Yeah.
But he was
I'm
the
not sure I can
stand-in,
share this story, though.
Right, yeah.
I think
Exactly, yeah.
dude,
For when Meteor can go to...
He's 9th, actually.
Boom, Nuki. Goodbye, Pog. Gets one. Jupsik gets the second. Zampeak, meanwhile, in the north has taken down Trash as well and got the knock on him. Exacta Poggage getting destroyed here. Sun's the last man standing for them. Going to try and toss a nade out, but Nuki has you dead to rights. I thought he actually would have finished him there, but instead let the nade come out, and now we'll finish him. And that was destruction.
Sound Boys 4 easy points for them on the northeast, and they have kind of a lot of space to start playing towards here. Na'Vi, they are playing further towards the middle. Question is, are they going to have two guys playing anchor in the compound behind them and have Senya and Bestelach up in front?
Look at this massive rotate that Welcome South Georgia have taken. They were up north by Tatmark Way. They're now down south by TSM. They've come all the way around the western edge now. Now, Team Liquid are doing the same. They are mirroring it. They are tracking in behind Welcome to South Georgia. So, Welcome to South Georgia, if they don't get involved, they're trying to push in on TSM. This is the ridgeline, the only one they can really approach on this one into TSM. Right. TSM themselves are playing, obviously, probably pretty safe right now because they've not got a lot of points. But they're going to be careful that Team Liquid don't also come on them. Meanwhile, Gustav just been picked off by Besiktas. The Sauna Boys actually moving into Camp Bravo as well.
Yeah, Besiktas was the two guys that lost the players. Now Unique as well. Fights are coming out. Fix is going to take down Auro.
That's an ironic combo right there. The man that replaces him. And Iro does go down, and it is a tricky approach to get into that compound. Welcome South Georgia going to continue further south. So Vard's kind of trapped there. The rest, though, are going to continue around, and they're actually going to bump into the back of these, which is Unique and Exalt engaging.
Yeah, Monkey's going to find a doozy now. Unique and an Exalt here. Going to find a Pokemon though as well. Fights are going to coming out. Play with me and stand in. The last two players standing right now. Play with me is down to nothing. Exalt has the upper hand in this fight right now. Shots are coming out. Udio's going to find stand-in. They're not down to one now. Oh, that is Unique out. Well played by Exalt here. They're losing Monkey, though, but he did get 2 kills before it happening. They're on 4 in total. So 3 guys alive for Unique on the southeast side. They have a lot of space to work with, depending on what route they take there. You can see on the map, they can go on the eastern side between Barn and the warehouse kind of compound where it phases. We'll see how they're going to fare further into. And Vard has infiltrated TSM's compound. It doesn't look like they're aware, though.
Pamiriku and
Mexi
down there are way out
Liquid
in the
and Blaze right now.
Mexi, they're forcing their way in on Blaze. They didn't want to continue further south, so it's an open run through the trees. They've got to hope that Blaze don't have too much peeking. They've got a really nice spread, and James has got himself up to that compound already, so they have themselves the smallest bit of cover. Ibi's going for the left flank. Coming around the side. This is a really nice move from Team Liquid. Let's see if it pays off.
Oh, Lipson, CZB. And now the other guys just have to peek once and he can take him down easily. He has an idea that Lass is here. Smoke. I love this. Early smoke. Make sure that he can peek out of that exact window, which is the one that have the off angle to him. Lul, the Mert is going to take down Sampeak, though. It's coming in from Mexi. This is a good nade.
Look at Omakhan. The circle's moved, and Omakhan absolutely have the center compound. Perfect position for them. That's why Welcome to South Georgia. We're trying to squeeze in on TSM because that's the sort of opening. Team Liquid doing the same. This would be the edge circle position that they want. Meanwhile, in the north, that is the Sauna Boys. You can see them in the kill feed. They're going down. Let's keep our eyes on this Team Liquid fight as Ibi's been found by Lipsin. We saw he had him pinned on the rock as Mexi now vaults his way in the window looking for somebody. Anything. They are all across the road at the moment. Just got a glimpse of one on the window.
See if Mexi can make something happen here now. They've infiltrated all of the western side of this compound here, but they're still not inside.
North. It's, after all, sending it. They're sending it through everyone at the moment, so we'll keep your eye on the kill feed. I want to see whether James is going to land that nade. That's going to pop straight over. He's forced over the road. This is good. He's managed to catch him. That was a big knock, a headshot on Apocalypse there. As James has got himself in the position, the nades keep coming. Ibi back on his feet, gets the nade in. If James can pop this one through the window, he can. That may well force them back. If they get forced into the back side here, it's going to continue nading. Lazar's already knocked. Lipton's down low, gets around the side. Beautifully played. Besiktas over on the western side have been taken down on the eastern side, by FaZe Clan. They lost a couple. Team Liquid look to be finishing off Blaze, though. Apocalypse, though, do not write them off. They took TSM down yesterday.
Look at this. The Apocalypse is going to find one. One is going to be taken down by Molotov. Oh, shots coming in from Bear. That is on the other south side here from TSM. They're going to be infiltrating this. Mexi's going to be taken down with this, but he's going to be able to be picked up, though. Lipson's on the other side. Tornado Energy's coming in as well. They have a pretty decent angle with this. Combat Trash and Alia are still alive, but Omakan, they're sitting king of the hill here right now.
Oh, no. Wade with a nade in his hand got knocked and took down Zerong at the same time. So double knock on after ult. And now everybody's looking. The king of the hill is Omakan, and everybody is around them. And there's 37 players alive in this phase.
Yeah.
This is a really small area for 37 players. It's about to get very bloodthirsty.
Vasco's finding Guzaya, and Vasco's going to be taken down by Metralius. Guzaya's going to be finished off by Ival. See if they can pick up Vasco, though.
Oh, look at that shift. Look at the north. This is so congested. Sauna Boys in inside games. They're going to be coming around from every side. Navi are coming down the other side. Digital Athletics, they're swinging round from the western side. It is going to get very claustrophobic here for some of these teams, and Navi are going to be the brunt to hold them back. This could be the big game they'd be looking for on Sanhok.
Navi needs to get this started now. 4 guys alive, 4 kills so far. Tap's going to take down Sampeak, and Pixels are out as well. Tap's going to be picked up. 6 guys, 6 kills.
It's like, I've cooked the nade. I need to throw it somewhere.
Yeah.
Lobs it behind him.
Digital Analytics, they have an idea where Serang is from after all. They need to clear him out, and then they actually have some space to play with. But Navi is gatekeeping them. They want to make sure they can get out. Mexi is going to be taken down. Lipson.
That was on a move. I think they were in a vehicle there, Ibby. I'm sure they were. Yes, they were. They're in a vehicle. They were trying to quickly get out there, but TSM catching them off guard. Here comes Exalt. They've already got their 4 kills. Remember, taking down Unique, and that's a FaZe Clan member to go with them. Digital Athletics in the top, finish off after ult, but now Na'Vi engaging with them in the north side as we continue to push in. Vard spotted. He tries to move in. TSM finishing off. This is a big game potentially for TSM, but they have to get through Omicron, and you can see Michael's already been gone down.
Blazes out as well. Now Navi, they need to make this happen. This is the game that needs to get them started for them. Let's look at what's happening here as well.
Omicron are pushing out to get TSM, but Team Liquid are coming in as well. They may get caught off guard. Navi continuing to rack up the kills in that northern side. They catch Lull down. This nade's going Smash his way. Will finish off 6mo if he's out in the distance. A little too far for him though. Smash very low on hit points. Exalt have the south to himself, but TSM and Team Liquid are about to smash into one another on the west as TSM pile forward on them. Navi, they've got all the members back on their feet. This is big game for them with 8 kills and counting.
See what's going to happen here for Exalt as well. Then on the eastern side, they have a lot of space. TSM, though, pushing up. 2 kills so far for Fex. He's doubled his kills in this game alone. James, K-Mine, he sees him. K-Mine's going to take down Fex. And I'll take some more shots. James going to take down Brexco. Now 2 players only left for TSM.
Sees Gemty over the side there. Quickly manages to catch him down, but Samty delivers. That's on Omicron. Omicron wanted to get involved. Vasco quickly backs away and said, let them fight. Let's not third party too much on this one.
No.
TSM taken down by Liquid. James will get back in his feet. Omicron sit waiting. They're still the team in the circle. Na'Vi with 4 in the north. Digital Athletics with 2 in the north as well, along with Alia from Tornado Energy. 0 kills for them, by the way, this time. No big 13-kill games.
Yeah, they had a rough game, but then again, the other games they had today so far is going to be easy for them. Kimmer's going to be taking down James, though. Smokes has to come out unless they had a little bit of cover that's actually going to work for them. Gamer's going to be able to pick him up. 8 kills, Na'Vi, and 4 guys standing. This could be a massive game for them. They could be doubling their points if they take this win home.
It's time for Omicron to start striking. Page gets Miraku down. They're only on 3 kills so far. They've been kind of passive sitting in the compound, but now is the time for them to start dominating the circle. It's happening in the north. That's where it goes on. Welcome to South. George bleeding out to the blue. James goes down as well. Alia finished off. Tornado Energy go down. DA down to 1. Team Liquid down to 2. Omicron looking to try and take control of this western edge. Meanwhile, Exalt still with 3 on their feet, looking north to Na'Vi, who are looking golden at the moment with 8 alive.
Page and Ival, they're trying to make something happen here with the Liquid.
8 kills.
Yeah.
Well, they may have 8 alive. There's lots of Russians.
8 alive. 8 kills on Na'Vi, though. Let's see if Omicron can do something here. Shang's going to go down to the zone. It's 6th place for Welcome to South George. Cayman and EB, they're just super close to Omicron here. Yeah, might be able to make something work. Nice shift here for Exalt. They're the only guys inside the next one here. If they keep themselves alive on the eastern side and try to third part of the last one, Kimba's going to find Smash. Now it's 4 teams.
That loosens them up. That loosens Na'Vi up. They're going to start to sweep around now, and that's a problem for Team Liquid. because that's the direction they're going to go. Remember, they've already took Nox onto Team Liquid, so they're well aware that Liquid are over this way. K-Mine spotted in the field by Kemba. Ooh, doesn't go down. That's very lucky for K-Mine there. Kemba realizes that's a dangerous position. He has to go back to his rock, but best Losh is found by K-Mine.
See here if K-Mine can do some more magic. Kemba's going to be going down to the zone. Now there's 2 Nox, Senja and Tab, last players. Tab's going to be found by K-Mine as well.
Omakana coming up behind Team Liquid, so Team Liquid, while they're holding Na'Vi off, they're going to get shot in the back, and oh no, Na'Vi absolutely picked apart. They got Team Liquid. K-Mine destroying them there, and Nalip in the end getting himself the last hit. Exalt can finish everyone off here across the field. K-Mine will go down. Armakan Vazgu. Was Page getting too many kills for you? I don't know, but he's taking him down. A team kill in this situation. Exalt are piling across, straight in towards the center. Ibi doing what he can to keep them at arm's length, and he wants them to fight each other.
Exalt want to close this down here. They want to make sure they can third party the last fight to take this home. 6 kills so far from nades coming out. Vasco did pick up one of them. So now there are 3 guys staying. Nice nade. Page is going to go down. Shiv is going to find Ibi meanwhile. That is Liquid out. So now it's a 3 versus 2. Ival and Vasco standing.
With Page down, that's the key man at the moment. He's been fighting him, but this is a great flank from Nalip. This is a great flank. He's coming around. Udir's pushing around the other side. It's going to be Nalip that will get one. Ival goes down. Vasku, he's about to get surrounded. Which way do you go? He tries to pump through the blue, but it's not going to happen, and Exalt will take it. 10 kills, and now if you think of their start position, you would never, ever, ever have put your money on Exalt picking up a win in that game.
No, that was very unexpected, honestly. How they were able to stay alive on the eastern side, how they were able to sweep and take control. They took down some of the face members. They took a lot of the area that was super important for them, and they needed this. They were sitting on 10th place before this. Now 20 points. They're going to be looking straight into the top 8 with this.
A better performance for TSM. They're going to be a little annoyed that they didn't get further, I think, in the field with the fact they had the nice crossroads, or sort of the mid-split road. You think of Omakhan obviously going down in second place there. They were right next to Omakhan for the majority of the game. Nades on point from inside games. Tornado NG were picked apart. This is Uno. Trying to escape on the scooter.
I love the scooter, but like that's too ambitious with that. Page, nice shot as well. Page is fragging out. Let's see what's going to happen here with that. Nugia didn't actually catch that, but he saw this. This is a nice pre-fire from them. They managed to take Puck down extremely well. But overall, though, Exalt, they're going to be looking very good with this inside. They're actually just on the edge with this. They had a decent game as well.
Probably one of the best games I can think of for Navi on Sana. Overall, they've predominantly not had good games on Sana.
They had a win here and there, but not very like okay.
It's not a map they've enjoyed. Like Best of Sharma has been quite vocal about it.
Potentially, if they made this happen a bit better, if they were a bit more proactive and maybe taking more control, they kind of let Liquid come in between them and Omaken and kind of hold them out. If they had more smokes, if they were pushing a bit more aggressively, they potentially could have taken Liquid down and take on Omaken if Exalt were also third party in that fight. But overall, great game for Navi to kind of come back into it. And now they're looking to try to push themselves even further, but they're still outside the top 8.
And a small glimmer of hope for TSM fans out there as well as we go into the break. It's going to be a 15-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Go do whatever you're going to do, but come right back in 15 minutes as we be ready for 3 rounds of Miramar. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all had a fantastic break. I know we did. We are back for the GLL Season 4 regional qualifiers for the EMEA region. North America will follow in around about 5 hours' time, I'd say, from here now, somewhere around there. It's 4 hours, in fact, isn't it? Isn't it around 11 we're starting for that? Yeah, it's about 11 p.m. About 11 p.m. we're starting for that. Toby's back.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Did you enjoy your break? Love the gooses, by the way.
Geese?
They're little geese.
Gooses?
Gooses. Geese.
Mouses? Gooses?
It's geese, technically, isn't it?
Thank you. I did enjoy the last game, yeah. I didn't have much of a break. I was just watching the game. I was sitting like, oh my god, are we actually getting to see both TSM and Navi have a good game? The same game.
Is it possible?
Then Liquid came instead of loads to TSM.
I mean, TSM had an okay game.
It was a
good game, but Navi did have a good game. That was a good game for Navi.
Yes.
So we'll see whether they can carry it on, because we're going to be moving on for Miramar this time. So there's going to be 3 maps of Miramar today. And then, of course, we are at the halfway stage of this competition as well. So the points right now is where it stands. Like yesterday, we were talking about, oh, it's the start of the day, you know. Obviously, a lot of people coming back into competitive. It's been a long break. It's always the same. You know, people are going to find their form again. And the IGLs, everybody's trying to bed well together, you know, all these new teams. Well, now the excuses have got to start shaking out because we're starting to hit the halfway stage. There is just 9 more matches remaining, and people are going to start getting a little bit nervous. There is 8 places up for grabs in the EMEA, so there is a lot of places. If the top half of the table is all you need.
And I think that's what most of the teams are finding somewhat of a comfort in right now, knowing that, okay, guys, we
don't need to be first.
We did not
just need to be 8th
in the beginning, exactly. But it's not that far of a journey. It's not completely unlikely. Because believe me, you can jump from out and without looking at the leaderboard, halfway through a BO18, you can jump with 3 good games. I don't want to say it's not 3 wins with 10 kills, with 3 8 to 9 point games. You can jump from bottom place to the top end of that right side of the leaderboard easily, no matter the tournament, and then. And add 1 more to it, and you're in sub 8.
Absolutely.
So still very doable.
Meanwhile, the likes of obviously, I'm just going to say Paige. Because Paige is continuing.
He got killed by his teammates. They want to kill too.
Yeah, he got took down by his teammates in that game. It's
like Paige, stop it, Paige!
Stop!
The stats are already looking so singular enough. We want to.
Fex taking down Iroh as well. There's a little bit of sweet irony in that one. Obviously, Iroh being replaced by Fex. Within TSM. We'll have the scores on your screen in just a moment. I believe we are ready and waiting. I can see the teams are all in the lobby ready and waiting as well, so everybody's been on their break, and you know, it's more of a rest for the teams, the players, just to collect their thoughts, go do whatever they're going to do. They've just played 3 games back to back to back. Obviously, while you guys get the benefit of having a 4-minute break or whatever it is in between, the players basically have to get themselves straight back in the lobby, get themselves set up, get ready to go, keep themselves warmed up, etc. Literally run to the toilet and back.
It's not something they're not used to, though. Normally when they play scrims, they play 6 games in a row.
Grind it out,
6 games in a row. So I think it's very common that you take your party break before game 1 starts. And that's why, and then when they have to do it mid-game, it's where you see your team drops military and one guy is in Sarki somewhere is like, oh, I guess he wasn't fast enough. He wasn't fast enough.
Still stuck in the toilet. So hopefully we'll get them. I can see the game is launching. Make sure there's no problems in the game.
It is Miramar.
So that's it. This used to be the tradition, right? We've both had this period where
my record is 11 remakes in one
I remember
Miramar
you having that 11 remake game. Yeah, that was the one week I wasn't here. You guys had like insane amount of remakes when live was. It was fun with Miramar.
5-game day, which normally takes 3.5 hours, took 7.5, and we had to cut it off in the end of it.
Right, let's have a look at the scores. This was the previous matchup, of course. Exalt picking up the win, taking it down Unique. Early on there, got all 4 kills quick and easy. He did lose Monkey in the process, but the 3-man squad managed to run on and win the game. Look at the points, though. TSM, while they had a relatively okay game, they still only got 3 points out of it.
They managed to stay alive. That's what they did. They managed to get into placement points, which is something they haven't been doing a whole lot of prior, but still
didn't really get the kills because they were just sat in their compound, which is obviously always the problem with Sanhok if you're not sort of in and around it. Look at that, though. The top 3, 80-plus points. It is a mega performance from them. There is a 40-point drop-off until you go down to 9th place. So it's actually closer between 9th and 16th than it is between the top 8 at the moment. So it's really starting to be stretched. But as you said, look, all you need to do is get into that top half of the table. You don't need to be first. You don't need to be second. You just need to get into that top 8 any way you can. TSM off the bottom of the table.
One thing that I'm seeing here, 10 point, 10 point, 10 point, 10 point. Not exactly, but close to from 5th through 8th. The gaps from 5th down to 8th. There's not going to be that many spots up for grabs for these teams that are sitting right now in 10th, in 11th, in 12th place. If every single team they try to jump, if that requires another 10-point game, that's going to make it hard. Normally, you see like 5th down to 9th are somewhat close. But right now, there's a massive gap between those teams. Yeah, exactly. And that's going to be scary for some of the teams that I'm building.
45 is the cutoff at the moment. That's Inside Games sitting on that one. Obviously, they picked themselves up a win yesterday. So
on Miramar.
Yes, on Miramar. Yeah. So it's a decent plane. It's going to be problematic for the southern teams, but most of them can adjust based on this flight path. Welcome to South George, into San Martin, etc., etc. Liquid down to Picado. Phaser happy. Monte Nuevo's right on their flight path. So everybody is going to be dropping into their usual spots. There may just be a single adjustment or two. I'm just waiting to see the shake of the players and see where they go. Looks like most of them are happy.
It's always fun to see with roster changes who's going to be the new IGL and how much do the different teams bring from where they come from to that new lineup. For example, TSM having 3 new players on the roster.
Omakan and Pog going for the same spot here. Villa Del Mar.
Are they actually going to fight
Yeah,
for
it looks
though?
like it.
I'd be surprised. Someone's going to swerve off. You already now see Marseille's leaving, right?
Well, I will sort of over on the other side, but the rest are definitely committing to this.
No, that's going to be teams.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Pogger going across. Pogger slightly going across.
I've never seen Valdemar early game fight. Oh, actually, that's not true. I've seen once, and that showed me why.
Omakan pulled away. Omakan pulled away. They've gone for, instead, the iron sight shooting. Can they pick a couple of Poggers?
This is not an easy shot to land.
No, definitely not.
That's Connect 1.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think that's going to be about it. Nope, Basket turns it around. No, what I wanted to say with it was a team like TSM having 3 new players. All of a sudden, you're like a clean slate, right? Why is he going this way? I was just going to say, you don't go further down towards this area that your players just got shot at from. But you want to clean your slate. And for TSM to go El Azahar now, well, they have Brax on the team, former G2 player. G2 likes to land up there. Maybe that's him saying, hey, guys. So, remember me, former G2 guy? We actually had a pretty decent success rotating out from here. I know some of these rotations. I know some of these areas. We still usually play against the same ends team, the same teams that loot around us in these tournaments. Why don't we do this? Because when we go to global events, you will have... I mean, it's like when you say the Pachinki team of your region always makes it to global events, right? The Picado team of your region always makes it to global events.
And then we end up having about 5 people in Picado and Pachinki, yeah.
The Hacienda teams, Vici, 4 a.m. There's so many teams in the global stage that are playing at a really high level that are not guaranteed to make global events, but are very oftentimes there that will contest you or make you think twice about going to Hacienda.
I think in the Grand Slam, didn't we have 5 that were in Picado teams?
So now you can go with TSM, be like, there's no one that like no one goes to Hacienda. Even if we make it to a global event, we don't have to worry. We don't have to think twice. We will get this for free. And I think that's a big part of the reason. Like, you got to think ahead. I think that's a big part of the reason why TSM upped its gone towards the east side. Because it's a great place to go. More often than not, you have a plane that allow you to go there. And as you can see, I mean, it's pretty easily rotatable.
It also costs
pretty much
you
any
as well.
circle.
If you do go for it, like think of Team Liquid, obviously their PGC performance was massively impacted by the fact they were trying to be the big cocks. They were trying to swing in and saying, "Hey, Pachinki's ours, Picado ours," and they kind of got bitch slapped at PGC. Wasn't the performance they were looking for, despite the dominant year that they'd had. I won't say dominant, but they were definitely always up in the top 4. Yeah, so had been an ideal year for them. But they are now very much the centre point team. Obviously, they're out of Picado already. We're inside the 4-minute marker, and they're already looking to take their standard position sort of on that hillside north of Los Leones.
I had a very satisfying experience the other day in scrims when FaZe, they were getting...
I was worried where you were going with that
apart. No, I could have gone in ways, but FaZe were getting torn apart. And you know what I witnessed? My first ever competitive PUBG game loop driving.
Oh, yes. I saw Fuzzfade. I was tuning in for that one. I saw Fuzzfade go through
It was like, yes, someone finally did it. Now we just need some of those big jumps to be used as well, because that's
didn't they come down and get like a kill after it as well?
No, he was the last remaining player.
I swear somebody was coming through, but
they just died. But he did go through the loop. That was very nice to see. And he actually made it all the way through, too. It wasn't a fail. He actually made it all the way through. He did explode and get killed immediately after, but he did make it through the loop. That was a joyous moment. Now let's see. Team Liquid, they're splitting out pretty wide center. Normally they'd go further down south, down to the eastern side of where Mert is, actually around the Besiktas position, but they're taking a wide center split, which I like the idea of, but Liquid have right now their Achilles heel is losing players early 1 by 1 on Miramar, and I feel like this is a recipe for just that.
No, you can see Team Liquid, that's a standard position hold for them. Exalt just...
It's
slightly
wide,
north of them.
It is really wide.
It is a really wide. It's very greedy. Individual 1-1s all over. Inside games are coming that way as well, slowly but surely. TSM, they've got Unique going straight past them. Brexco certainly on his own at the moment. Obviously, they went for that El Azahar, tries to get a Couple of shots in the back. Vexus and Michael are also doing the same. Oh, I tell you what, play with me is right there. Oh, Brexco, what are you doing? What are you doing? That maybe showing some of the nerves there. Doesn't land in the headshot with the last bullet there, but maybe seeing some of the reasoning that these guys have not had a great performance and a little shaky at the moment. Yeah, a little shake of the mouse there as well. Just like,
I'll give him that the tree did soak up a lot of the bullets there, the branch there sticking out, but I feel like there should have been a lot more connecting, knowing Brexco's skill set. And you can see it, as you said, he's shaking the mouse like, oh, come on, Brexco, you can do better.
Yeah, he's kind of just telling himself off, really, if anything,
Yeah.
Standing. Ooh, that was a headshot that just landed on Michael on the hillside. Didn't see you did it.
Forced to back off immediately. Stanton is going to try to reposition as well. This hill all of a sudden is not that interesting to be on anymore when everyone is looking up that direction.
Back to the safety of Aduzi. Aduzi.
They do get one, though. I feel like this is the kind of games that TSM need to get things turning. Like, if the ship's turning in the right direction. It's just one little kill in the early game to go, come on, guys, we can do this. We can do this.
Sixmo's out on his own here. Tornado Energy have pulled up. He didn't land the shots that he wanted to, so he's going to try and escape to the safety of his teammates and give them his back's covered. Yeah. They can give him the aerial information that he's on the left or the right, and Example and Compot. Trash are just having a little peek at this one. Maybe I'd nade him out. They wear that he is at the back somewhere.
This might actually not be that bad a play from Sixmo. If his team can get one knock, and then he can kind of come jumping out of nowhere. Yeah, exactly. I mean, not necessarily flush it, but whenever someone else comes to try and retaliate, he can go up and get the second knock, too. That could turn this whole situation around, because then you can start considering, do we actually start contesting that compound now? Because even though it's a bit west, it's still a pretty decent spot in the circle. Mert, he's a little off, though, so there will only be the backup of 2.
They're going to 3-man push it. They're trying to do it all as one.
They know that he couldn't have run off. They would have seen that. Like EMEA on the other hill would have seen.
This is so risky for TA.
Made the run for
They got to realize the hillsides. Yeah, now the shots come in. Sixmo just waits. No reason to pop up. And they're just going to say he's behind the wall right next to you, Sixmo. Yeah. The rest of the boys have backed away. But the thing is, Example is staring straight this way. So as soon as he stands up, he just get gunned down. Sixmo just lets him.
Yeah, but Sixmo staying down is a wise decision here. I mean, he would have seen the animation of Sixmo getting up, and Example would have taken him out before he could even start shooting. So, smart play to keep your cool, stay down, and just wait it out. They need to get Leah away from there. If they can force Leah into the compound or to reposition somewhere else where he doesn't have that overview, then DA can start considering doing some aggressive plays. And the thing is, they have Mert down in that south side compound, and he is not able to help them at all right now. So,
that's Lul, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Mert down south. They can't use him at all right now, so they don't want to aggress on it, which I think is a smart call. Rip! That's some good shooting right there. Connecting on Timmy. Takes him down midair. Could have gone through the loop, Timmy. Would have been cooler.
Cheeky one-tap finish. Wow, that's a yoink. There's
3 teams inside the circle.
And they all have to obviously veer around the edge of Los Leones. They're all going to spill around. It's like crashing onto the rocks as they
Omar can like, go, guys. We can get anything we want.
Gustav's blasting in a bike, I bet you.
All teams right now know for a fact that there's no one southeast of Los Leones. And that's why you see teams even going through the city. They're like, there's no one here, guys. There's no way with that plane path. And with how this first circle went, that there's anyone down here. They know it's a big old gold mine just waiting to be dug out, and everyone is sending it right now.
Sixmo is trying to catch him off, but they've gone deep down. He's missed out on that one. So, DA, get out.
Did he really miss out on it, though? Yep. The fact that he got to survive?
I mean,
Isn't that
survived,
kind of...
but
exactly.
he had cover the whole time. Exalt lose one. Vard. It has been a quiet one for Welcome to South George, so getting themselves back on the kill board early on. Exalt, obviously the winners of the previous matchup, and as you say, everybody's just piling through Los Leones. Now it's a little late for everybody to send it. Team Liquid coming in, James trying to scout it, FaZe and Omakhan right on top of each other, trying to find these warehouses. Gustav was there first, and FaZe are kind of coming through, but Uber's going for it.
He hurt them around the corner, and I think he just realized it's a little too late to the party. Omakhan got the compound, and... Well, FaZe, either you continue further south around or you wait it out and try and see where the next circle brings you. But just looking at the map right now, this circle is... Whew, that's a hard shift to IRC1.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think where it's going to finish. I'm wondering if it actually may pull.
It has to go... It could... I mean, if the next one can go anywhere, right?
You had some urban finishes recently, right, in the scrims?
Yes, we had a lot of them.
Yeah.
Next circle it can go anywhere. But next circle is going to be extremely telling of where FaZe 4 is going to go, because there's a lot of these areas down here that it has to shift away from.
Well, Mert's been caught,
Yep.
ironically, by Tornado Energy. They continue to trade blows with one another. Sixmo gets one of his own. Alia goes down, so it's a 1-for-1 as they continue to trade out. This is outside the edge of the circle, not even really close to the circle. They're both still trying to rotate the white far west of Los Leones. Meanwhile, back in the city, Pog and Team Liquid and Besiktas all sort of trading at the moment.
Yeah,
As Teams will get one there.
They're taking the fight now so they can avoid having to take it later, I think. Make some room for yourself. Teams finds the first onto Metrics. That's a Pog player going down. Pog, a team that, I mean, they qualified in pretty flying colors through the CIS region. I just have not, and I didn't expect them to go out and deliver too much, but I have not seen enough from them to even create a picture of how I see them qualify for this.
Yeah, I mean, they're at the bottom of the table at the moment, just below TSM, who are having an absolute stinker. So, kind of shows the delivery. But you know what? We've said it many times about teams that, you know, they've had great performances down in contenders, etc., like Tornado Energy.
Yeah.
But when they do step into the top teams, the big boy leagues, effectively, they do suddenly struggle because the easy cheat rotations they used to get away with doesn't work out for them as well when they come against these, because suddenly, like, something that they'd be able to quickly just bomb over here, they're not given the space.
And I feel like that's the thing where a team like Nam back then, they were that much better at continuing to play the same way they did in contenders.
Yeah.
Like they did what gave them wins in contenders. Oh my, are you kidding me?
It's yoink
This
back
one is gonna go
north.
and it's gonna go west next. It has to go west next because it has to avoid that mountain under the S.
Yeah.
It has to go west next. WGSG and TSM, they're sitting like,
Are you kidding? Oh, well, Phaser just like, really?
In words of the famous Anders Blume, are you kidding me? That is, I mean, this is insane. This is absolutely stupid. This is stupid beyond belief.
Well,
you like city endings, right?
I love city
there
endings.
There you go,
Right?
Demon, that's one for
I
you.
mean, they are kind of committed to. You're saying it has to go west, but it will
has
have to, right? It's got to be Los
right
Leones
where
finish.
Exalt are now. It has to go away from that.
Yeah, so it's going to be a Los Leones finish. This
sure.
is going to be the full urban finish, which is why everybody's piling into the city now. Team Liquid trying to get the central spot. It's normally the compounds around the courtyard sort of area, which is what Team Liquid are trying to get at the moment. Pog get one down for Kofos, picked off for Besiktas as they trade blow to blow.
This is absolutely horrible, and I think it's going to stall out at some point soon when teams get their 1 or 2 buildings they can hide in, and then it's just going to be circle dependent. Who can stay? Who has to go that one building further? It's like full-on Berlin 1945
Phaser going straight into Na'Vi. Phaser about to blast in. Na'Vi are sort of doing the same. They're all on the western side. Here's Na'Vi pulling up. Here comes FaZe stand by. Senya jumps out the car. They're going to try and run straight in. That was Fuzzface from the window. The passenger seat takes down Senya. And now Kemba out the back. Fuzz gets in safe. Gustav sees one. Doesn't quite get Kemba down. I don't know how he got away with that.
No, me neither. It seemed like there was a lot of connected bullets there. Fuzzface from afar, or at least with a little bit of distance to it, taken down by T-Bone. That's up the hill on the south side of the city. He's not only going to get knocked, I think he might get flushed out as well. That nade did take Senya out.
Oh, Ibby stole it.
Yep.
Ibby stole tap down there.
And Upa down now as well, so FaZe down to just Gustav left alive. This is not how they wanted to enter this city.
Yeah, Itzy gone, finished off, Bestlosh down, and well, Gustav.
The knock was inside a building.
He got Fuzz back up,
he got
Fuzz back up, but it is a 2v2 now between those two giant squads.
I don't think Na'Vi ever really wanted to take that fight. They were just trying to get inside the city. Like, FaZe, go away. This is our part of town.
And Ibby stole one of them kills as well. I mean, you just saw where Team Liquid were, so he's obviously on the balcony.
The construction thing,
yeah,
right?
stole a frag from the balcony.
Yeah, you can survive for quite a long time if you're proning up there way under the sky. Let's see, Sixmo with a 8x on his mini, looking for a flush on Lipson. That's going to come in there too. 3 kills for him, 4 for the team. So even if things don't go their way for the next rotation, even though they should get the circle towards him, they still have a decent chunk of points coming into late game fights. Let's see. It should go west. I mean, with my knowing, I think it should go west here.
I feel like TSM are having discussions. Oh, Gustav's gone and flushed Page.
Exactly where it had to go.
And T-Bone and Vasco coming in. It does go west, yeah. It is the northern side of Los Leones, though, which tells me it may pull to the warehouses in the northern side now. Where, God, we're going back. We've said it so many times. We've said it so many times. We're going back to 2018, and it seems the circles are pulling that way as well. So the northern sort of area that Blaze is sort of just actually east of Blaze has finished in and around that area quite a few times. Blaze, though, are pushing for DA. They're not really thinking of position. They're thinking of fight at the moment, fight or flight. Meanwhile, TSM are trying to think, how the hell do we get through here? Looks like After All are going for it. They're just going to blast up the road. They're going to go for those warehouses. You see Exalt, they're already going for it. They're thinking the same thing. It's going to be going this way.
The main thing right now is there's only so much time you're going to get in between the phase. They do get taken out. And Sauna Boys in the northern side, they're sitting well in it now.
And there is a possibility it pulls to that mountain.
For sure.
It has pulled to that mountain before,
now.
yeah.
It can go anywhere now. There's no regulations. There's only that fourth shift that has any rules in that regard.
That's Samty down at the moment. Miraku should be able to get him back on his feet. Safe res-ish. As Pog try and nail a couple of those nades. Now he's back inside. So TSM, they are working their way in slowly. So they're coming in over the S of Los Leones now. We'll just come up the road delicately. Delicately as Genty gets a scout. Don't look this way, please.
I mean, having just... I casted a scrim game with a lot of these teams playing where it ended inside El Pozo a few days ago as well. And that's where I think a team like WTSG is going to be scary. Their individual fragging power, Vard, Samty, Miraku, Iroh, there's so much individual fragging power on that team. And when you have a situation like this where all is instinctual mechanical skill, you can really, really become dangerous. And I think if WTSG gets a decent south shift here, not only could they get into the late game, they could also rack up a ton of kills with it.
Samty safe across the road. So let's see. It's going to slowly shrink
wrap around
in.
the back here. I never thought of that. They can wrap around the back over to the north
Yeah,
side.
yeah. They could go around up to the backside of Unique. That's what I say. And like Sauna Boys have come down from the mountain into the warehouse compounds. Exalt, where they are, that's where we've had a number of games finishing in these sort of warehouses area, which is why we're seeing like the likes of After All, Exalt, and Unique all sort of clustered into the same area. It makes no sense ordinarily to go so close to another team, but that's what they're thinking. They're thinking the team is going to pull this way.
It's that alongside the fact that it's the only area of the map now where there's some space.
Yeah.
Where you're going to have that 3-4 second like alert of, oh no, they're coming. And it's another thing where you have neighbors. Like literally the building next to you has a 4-man team in it.
In the same vein, Omicron and Team Liquid are also banking on the fact the South's pull, because we've seen it finishing around those buildings as well. So they're kind of
go anywhere.
This is where the IGLs, they're just like we've seen it finish here, we've seen it finish here. We are in this spot right now, so let's stay here. If it goes there, we got to deal with it as it comes.
Yes, we're still too early into the new patch. I feel like
to start
predicting these circles. So I mean, it could go it can literally go anywhere. I'm not even going to try and guess it, but I think every team is playing based on two things: A, how well positioned are we for potential next circle? And B, what kind of play style do we like to try and play in this city? Do we want to be the smash-centered team that has to fight off everyone? Do we want to be the edge that can push forward and take the fight to others? Because there's a big difference in defending and aggressing in these urban fights. Let's see, Circle. Little south, but
doesn't really tell anything, does it?
That is as Los Leones an ending as you could possibly get.
Yeah, it doesn't really tell anything. Everybody's kind of already inside the circle, so it's going to be a bit of a quiet phase for now.
Grab on this one, though? I think it would be a misplay for them to go north here. They've had Michael up on this side for a long time. He should see that the first buildings are open. Go there, scout further forward.
I feel they're very... I mean, they've been dithering back and forward a number of times. They're very unsure on themselves. So TSM, well, they're going for 3 in a vehicle, so it is going to be a south pickup.
Good play. Good play.
Michael's decided, called it out. It's safe down here for now. We need to figure a way into the city. But they've got to be careful. If they don't get in soon, I'm kind of wrapping around here. They were aware that Liquid were in that compound ahead of them, so they didn't want to deal with trying to cross that road because it was just an impossible task. So they've gone around down to the south side and tried to sort of avoid Liquid as best they can. And TSM are going to come in, but they're coming in so late from this one that kind of everyone has eyes on them because everybody else is in the city.
The thing is, nobody can really aggress on them because they know that they have neighbors. And the thing is, right with this area of the map, you can see there's a lot of space between the compounds, but they do have the broken walls. And the broken walls actually kind of perfectly align to isolate them from the likes of Pog and WTSG. But let's now see. Seems like they've had it with sitting around and waiting. Pog trying to take the fight, and Marsik finds 2 immediately.
That was so easily read by Pog. They just saw it coming a mile away. Marsik trying to get the flush there and ignoring the fact that there was Samty staring straight at him in the distance.
I don't think Puck made any sound.
Ooh, TSM are drawing towards this. TSM are coming straight up north. They want to get involved in this. TSM, Michael, they want all the points they can get. That's one. Can they get more? They're looking out the windows, going south the compound and trying to pick as much as they can of this up with Welcome to South George under the pressure of Pog.
You would be a fool not to utilize, especially in TSM situation where they're in desperate need of points, you would be a fool not to utilize a third-party opportunity where both teams have taken visible casualties in the kill feed. That is a perfect opportunity for you to strike and get some points here. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Don't just cower it down and hide in your building. Make something happen, and they're doing it right now.
I like the cover, building to building. Nicely done, Michael. Didn't just rush straight in, waited for his teammate to get across, go in 2 by 2.
The art of
get a bit of loot, it seems, as well.
The art of being able to keep 4 people alive in these late game is somewhat chaotic. it all comes down to very, very, very clear communication and experience with each other. And that's actually where some of these maybe not as famous teams right now can prevail because they have played together longer than a lot of the new big rosters have.
Yeah, the big superstar rosters that have been sort of thrown together by names more than anything else. It does shrink over. Okay, so it's the road one. Yeah, it's actually a horrible finish spot now. Really.
I mean, you can see it on the map, but there's some cover. Like there's some broken walls and some busted semi trucks and stuff on the road that's going to grant you cover. But I think this circle, the next circle, is going to be very smokes heavy in terms of, you can see here there is cover. There is cover in the circle, but it's going to be very smokes heavy.
Yeah, Melman has Team Liquid passing them by. He moves into the circle. Actually, Omicron kind of rotated themselves out of this one because they're not in the circle anymore. They have to kind of squeeze in behind TSM, use those broken walls. Team Liquid go filing into the next building. You can see Inside Games doing the same thing. Everybody coming in. Not a shot fired. Everybody's sneaking.
We have 44 live in phase 6. How often does that happen?
Oh, Omicron. I was just about to say they're going to run straight into TSM. Oh, that nade. That was posted well. It catches a chunk of free kill, but it doesn't get anything down. But Omicron, they're not going to be able to get Page back on his feet, so that's down to 2.
I was just going to say, the good thing about this is that no one looted Lost Jonas this game. So there's so many vests and helmets. Like, everyone can keep refreshing while they're running from house to house. They'll just keep on getting new loot.
DA trying to work the way in. Melman the last man for them, but he's got 6 smoke down. TSM do get 1. That's going to be Jong down, which is obviously Samty. Vard got the quick reply, but it's inside a building. Both of them. Michael peeking through, and well, when there's a Mini 14 pointing at you, a Mark 14, sorry, may as well be a Mini 14, it's going to take your head off.
When you quadruple peek the same angle,
to
try and get the kill, you deserve to get knocked. Michael does get flushed. I mean, this could be the difference maker for Morgan. MK14 up close, that is scary, and as I say that he does get taken down, flush it connected, yep, indeed it does. Gemty able to secure one more point.
Get T-Bone. It will. It got T-Bone as well, yeah, Effects got T-Bone. So TSM 5 kills, probably their biggest game yet in terms of kills.
For sure. They just made they have half the amount of points they made in all yesterday's games combined, just in kills now.
And they're going to be able to get Bricks back on his feet, so just Michael down at the moment for them. And meanwhile, welcome to South George. Another knock continues for them. They're going to get Samty back up as well. Vard's across there. Iro's gone the other side. Not a lot of cover that side for Iro, but he's managing to make it work. Digital Athletics have managed to scrape the way into the circle in behind Team Liquid, while Navi go looking for Blaze.
Looking at some of these teams that are center right now, after all,
some big points.
Besiktas, they can have massive games in placement points alone. If they can add kills to it as well, that's going to be that could upset the leaderboard by quite a margin.
Yeah, this could definitely turn one of those lower 8 teams into the favor. Sauna Boys themselves up in that north side as well. Oakzolt, of course, the winners of the previous matchup. Up in that northern warehouse, it's a problem now. Look at TSM. They have to push into Inside Games. It's such a small area. Team Liquid, they've got to work their way across, but they have to deal with DA on their back door. Navi are watching them to the left, Besiktas to the right. They've already traded shots with both of them. So it's not going to be an easy approach. Welcome to South George, trying to cross the road, but that's going to be that's Gemty catching Vard in the crossing. He's down on the road. He may be able to crawl to the wall. I'm not too sure. But they've got a lot of knocks on them now. Welcome to South George, so I'm not sure how long he's going to bleed out.
10 seconds as well. The circle's going to be closing in before he will be able to get the rest up. Vard does get flushed. Exactly. Able to get the kill there. Puck securing one more. I was just going to say, I mean, compliments to WGSG for being able to rest each other time and time again in those tough situations, but that one proved a bit too difficult.
Liquid needs to move. 3 kills and counting. They've got to deal with DA on their backs at the moment. That's
isolate with a Molotov.
Yeah.
Force them the other way around. That's actually not a bad idea.
buys them time as well.
Exactly.
TSM, that's a Pog man down. TSM picking up kills. They were from behind. Pog are trying to get around, wrap around on TSM. You can see on the picture that Molly catches Metralius and he's going to go down. Mex's nade will finish the job. Second one runs through. Did he get caught in the Molly? I think he may have. And he's gone. Smashed down. Now Team Liquid have the luxury to turn and try and push forward, but they are still surrounded. Beselos goes down. That's Na'Vi finished off by Blaze. Pog also down by TSM.
TSM really doing well here. This rest should be coming in just a split second before it's too late. He's going to jump forward. He's going to run forward. One tick of that blue and you will be dead. But seems like the run is made forward, and with this circle centering up now somewhat, it's going to be slow enough that you can get those heals off.
Yeah, so they are all in the compound. Team Liquid all across in the compound. That nade going straight to Santi. Yeah, wrong side of the wall, so not going to really affect. Doesn't have any more HEs left, so has to switch off. Welcome to South George, just about inside. This next circle shift with 31 alive.
We're hitting final circle now with 31 players alive.
This is anybody's game. 10 teams standing. TSM, they've got across. They've made the move already. That was a brave play, but it's paid off.
But you're not crossing anytime soon. You're waiting until that blue is literally hitting your back before you're moving anywhere at this point. You know that there's going to be teams outside this circle now, and you know how many placement points you're going to be able to grind off of just doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the center point, you can see it yourself. It's just sort of over the road.
There's
there is a broken wall there, I think, literally is about all it is. And maybe a knackered out vehicle, but that's about your lot.
You have the busted up, but like concrete construction building thingy on that side as well. There's really not a whole lot to play over there.
Team Liquid just going to creep into the circle. It's all on the eastern side, you can see.
Whoops.
Hero just got shot in the back by Samty.
That's a whoopsie.
Unique just back away and like, that's happened. That's happened. Unique will take the kill. TSM will try to confirm it. That was a TSM nade coming across, as well as an Exalt one that catches a doozy off. Pokemon are going to quickly go for the revive as after all goes in. Good luck, X and Menox. That's all I can say, because this is about to get hot and heavy as we see, well, the Sauna Boys taking a big old hit. That nade right on top. How did Fex not catch fire there? Jeez.
That's pretty fortunate. Had his firefighter gear
Team Liquid have got in. They've got in on the lower floor along with After Alt. And After Alt themselves are tossing nades at TSM. Besiktas are either side. It is so crowded.
Sharing is caring. I think we have more players alive than these guys are averaging in FPS right now, because this is very.
It's a 27-man Counter-Strike game right now. It's just
and this map is smaller than the average Counter-Strike map too.
Absolutely piling in there. The Sauna Boys, their Delta blow as Misa goes down. They played for the warehouses. It didn't go that way, which is very hard to get out of now.
This is the thing. If you've been sitting on the northern side playing quiet, if you go down now as Unique, you get 1 point.
Yeah.
There is still 9 teams alive.
What a brave run!
Make their way in.
Unique's just piling it across!
Sending it!
Oh my word, what a ballsy play. Brexio catching down on there. That could be big. Danimon going down. Brexio and Fex both taken down by Inside Games. That is disastrous for TSM, who were looking to try and pick up a big game, but they're on the roof. And this is such a great point for Inside Games that can pick up so much.
This is an absolutely insane position. Getting up on the roof, playing aggressive. Ostrolova gets the third as well. Clears out the entirety of TSM. Free kill now, looking to add more. And we said it, these guys need points, and Inside Games are ragging them up as we speak.
They were on the 45-point marker. They were the 8th place team that everybody's looking to pass, but they could rack up so many kills from this position. It is perfect. They know that there's one down below. They've got to be careful of Afro. Afro looking to get high, and Ibby's got up there. He's got Ostrolova down. That's dangerous. He sees another. Pixel will get him down. That's going to be Besiktas picked off as Exalt go down in 7th place.
Do you jump off here? Yes, you do. There's nothing else you can do. Hail Mary sent down, but no K-Mind is there from inside the building to get the nug on towards Pixel. There's still one more left alive now. Poke goes down. There's more smoke here than there's not smoke. Free kill, last one to jump off. He's one with Liquid.
Everybody's getting picked off left and right. Unique are in all sorts of trouble. Free kills just spraying through the smoke. Chiefs gets him down. It is a smoke fest. Who's going to be left standing? Inside game's full. K-Mine still standing for Team Liquid. 10 kills and counting. He doesn't need to get his teammates up. I think it's just Jevlek. I think they're in there. Got
it's
a
2v1.
Gusaya gets him in the back. Jevles gets another.
1v1v1.
And it is now a 1v1 remaining as Jevles gets around the side. Zurong up on high. He surely has the angle. How's he not
gonna them 1 HP?
And K-Mine now in a one-on-one. And he knows exactly where he is.
He has him upstairs. You know, they're both. They're sharing the dot right now.
Now K-Mine's
He's been his arms! Oh my lord, Zurong! It's the shadow! He had the shadow angle on him. He knew where he was. K-Mine was doing everything he could to stay quiet. And after ult, that is a massive 18-point game right there.
I mean, what a grinder of a match. That could have gone anywhere. It's literally all the smokes down in the road and fire. Doesn't matter if your teammates.
That's the best 19th disco party I've ever been to.
Well, Team Liquid benefited pretty well from that,
massively.
actually, to be fair. I think
that's
they got
a
about
17-point game.
Yeah,
17-point game for them, too. That's a huge pickup.
Huge performance. An absolute nightmare for the observers, I know. That's like the worst to finish, but we love our urban finishes. 27, I think it was, alive in the final phase.
When the final one started closing,
jeez. Insane.
That's not something you see too often, and I think that's for the better of the integrity of competitive PUBG.
Yes.
It does force people to think, or players to think differently, and that's what I like about it. You're like, this is really where you're very micro-managing and very individual skill gets shown, and that's why you see, for the most part, it's the teams like Liquid, like TSM here, who pushed forward so damn tactically wise. It was like following a SWAT team clearing out an entire favela. They did it really well.
Well, TSM, they picked up a few kills in there. I think they probably would have wanted more, especially to reach the grinder. Like at this point, they went down there.
Yeah.
So they were 8th place. And then inside games on the roof, they broke quite a few hearts. That's for sure.
And there's no
Pixel
counters
going off.
That's the main issue. As a player on the ground floor, you don't have the time to look up. There's players right next to you. They're breathing down your neck. You cannot start having your scope going in the air. Look for people on the roofs.
Zerong in the end, I gotta be honest, that one there, I was thinking, one hit point,
Look at the
Zerong,
shoulder,
and
the
then
shoulder, there's a backpack, it's a level 3 backpack that reveals it.
One hit point in the blow with Besiktas. If the Besiktas guy would have come out on top, K-Mine would have absolutely took him straight down, and then Team Liquid would have picked up the win. That's just how close it was, simply one bullet between them all. Fantastic stuff. Wow, what a finish.
Did you get your fix for Urban? Can we have no more Urban endings now?
I'm happy with any.
Did you get your fix for the rest of the tournament?
The thing is, right, we always talk about, like, wouldn't it be great if they get on the level of the close quarter combat? Well, that's the close quarter combat. It's chaos in PUBG. It is chaos because there's so many players in there. It's not a simple 4v4 when you see the breaches effectively. Oh, what a game. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, it is another round of Miramar with Toby and Martin.
Coming into that last game, after Old were sitting at 10th place, just a little bit out of top 8. They just got 18 points over that wild Las Leonas ending, and that's going to be a good one.
It's going to be scary for all the other teams chasing, as you guys mentioned as well, and the top is looking more and more stacked. I feel like tomorrow it's only going to be a few kind of spots up for grabs, maybe 2 or 3 spots. Everybody else is going to be solidifying themselves in the last 2 games here of today, and then tomorrow it's going to be 6 more to kind of extend the lead.
And I think that's the thing. It's 6 games per day. It's not 5, it's not 4, it's 6. There is actually that much more wiggling room when you add those 2 extra games or 1 extra game, depending on what you're used to the day. So with 6 games still left to play tomorrow, I think even though, I mean, maybe yes, 1st, 2nd, 3rd place might be all locked up, but you can have those teams that just come out and super perform on the final day.
After the Knights comeback,
that was 4 games, right?
Was it 4 games?
Was it 5? 4 games.
You can't say anything anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
It was insane. They made like 70+ points in 4 games. It was insane. So
it's possible.
I'm never gonna say anything about that again. Every comeback is possible. Everything is possible, even for the teams that are in 16th place right now.
Exactly, and I think that's what you got to take away from it. I mean, looking at that though, Pog, did they get any placement points that game? I think they might. Coming into this game, they had a big fat 0. All their points are 12 kills throughout the first 9 games. That is not the average you want to be putting up. And that's to go back to say, they actually went pretty aggressive and got kills throughout their qualifiers. So I talked to Demon about it too. When you go from contenders into the Pro League, you go, oh no, now it's the big guys. Now we cannot do what we did to qualify here. And if you're an aggressive team, then keep doing it. Yes, they might be better at shooting, but you're pretty good at shooting for even qualifying to this tournament.
But
so
you have to be able to adapt here, and I feel like they tried to adapt to what kind of their level and what they can expect. But I want to see them continue what they've been doing in the qualifier. Obviously, their qualifier was not as stacked as this one.
True.
So we'll see how that's going to continue once we get further.
Yeah, we do have 2 more Miramar games to go today in the EMEA, and then, of course, a little later, starting at 11 p.m. CET or 2300. For those of you guys that are in Europe with us, it's over to NA. And also, you can follow the LATAM qualifiers if you can follow them if you don't speak Portuguese as well. But I think it makes it easier to understand.
I mean, sometimes I enjoy watching languages I don't understand just because the casters are so good at hyping
I watched the Thai tournaments.
Thai, the Koreans. Yeah. There's some very good hype guys out there, and I like to see that as well.
Yeah, for sure. The Koreans, they have their way of hyping that I don't think any other nation could ever represent as well. We could try it one day where we just start. We need D-Man to stand behind us, be like the hype man, you know?
I feel like a 3-man cast with one just screaming the same words as crash, send it, like screaming like that. That could be kind of funny. We have to try
like the fake in-game comms.
Yeah.
Just him standing and screaming what we want the comms to be like, but in-game they're actually full-on focused and nobody's saying anything at all. Yeah. That's so sad. When you watch the replays of the comms, we go, oh my god, it's the wildest crash. Must have been so much going on, and they're just all muted, sitting full-on focused. It's like,
I love the listenings there. I think they're one of the most interesting to hear, because we have some pretty funny guys out there amongst the teams.
For some reason, it's funnier to get the listens in when we haven't told the players prior that it's going to happen.
Well, they sign a contract at the beginning, so they're like, yeah, we might listen to you, but maybe it's not going to happen. And they do the usual thing like they do at home, and then it's just a lot of swearing and other stuff.
It does get pretty fun. We do have a leaderboard coming up in just a short moment, but before getting them, we talked about how much there was a distance from 8th to 7th to 6th to 5th. With some of the teams in the bottom now starting to do better, some of the teams that were there from 8th up to 4th place not really performing here, I think that gap is actually going to be closed by quite a bit off of just that one game.
Yeah. What I'm worried of on behalf of some of the teams is that, as I said, I think we're going to have these 2 to 3 spots up for grabs, but there's going to be like 8 teams kind of close to be able to do something about it.
For sure. Blaze able to pick up 10, TSM 11 kills. They just got the same amount of points in that one game as they did on their entire day yesterday. So maybe, who knows, this is their turnaround. I didn't mean to say it as a bad thing. I'm saying finally we're seeing something out of TSM in terms of points. But the name of this one is going to be Alt. Yes, they had the center position for the longest time inside of the city, but 18 points picked up by them. That's got to be good.
Total leaderboards. Oh, 91 for Omaken. 88, 87, 83, and it's very close in the top, but it's falling off kind of closely here. But let's just say 6, 7, 8 is kind of up for grabs as of right now, unless somebody has a great game. Then there's kind of 2 or 3 teams on the other side of the board that is in there. And then there's Park that has had some rough games so far. TSM has stepped up today. We do have 2 more games, so they can definitely triple their points compared to yesterday. And then if they have a Knights-like game tomorrow, they can definitely still make it back into the top 8, but they need to step up the game.
Exactly.
Happy to see Salt in the top 8 right now. They've had a great day so far as well compared to what they were able to do yesterday.
8 games left in the qualifiers, or the regional finals, I should say, and TSM are currently 33 points out of qualifying. So even with top 8 going through, those numbers are only going to increase if you can't step up to the plate and do well. But it seems like they at least get a good plane to start off this one. We'll see how they fare as we head on over to Miramar once more.
Yeah, and the TSM split, let's see if they're going to be able to get all of it. The Junkyard, El Azahar, how far Sauna Boys are going to be able to go here.
Looks like north over to Chibronco, you'd have to assume, right?
Yeah, they most
east around and take the cars there and then make your way up. Yeah, take the hot spawn down by the gas station and get going. There's no reason to contest anything else. DA, how aggressively do they want to split to start this one off? I don't know. But I just mean, wait, so today has been the Joker day, right? 2 games on military to start off the day. Then the Sanhok, it's limited how wild the Sanhok circles can really get because they're pretty predictable to some extent. But then we're going to loss. I mean, are we getting an island ending now? I mean, what's to be expected with these games when we've been tossed around so massively in the first games today?
I expect pure madness.
Anarchy.
Anarchy. The purge is happening.
Let's see where we headed. That is very, very... I mean, at least for now, it's a friendly circle. But whenever we get over between Blaze and Team Liquid, that area, when the circles keep going down in between Picado and Power Grid, that area produces rough end games as well. And actually, we've seen WTSG quite a few times in the scrims recently come out on top in those. And as you can see in the corner, want to compete against these guys? Head over to play.gl.gg.
#ad.
#ad.
No,
Well, I mean,
but I actually enjoy playing the dailies.
yeah, they are fun. I did that twice. Haven't qualified for the finals yet, but
I played with some old guys. Both of them have gray hairs.
you played with some old guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 Frost. And then we actually qualified for the finals with Simsy. He completely carried us.
Simsy did it. Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah, he did.
He waited to add that one to the end of it.
Well, we had some 9,000 IQ coach rotations, but he fragged out. We actually had some really good games. It was fun. Okay. And then he comes computer blue screen, and he had to reinstall. So we only played as 3 coaches in.
And then you didn't win the finals.
In the finals, no. We did. We were not last though. So
that's something. Yeah. That's something.
And we managed to flush some of the guys.
Ooh,
that was nice.
That's gonna be get some bragging rights.
That's also where the famous Frost clip is from, where he naded.
Oh, where he naded his teammates. Yep. I think that one has flown around a bit on the internet. Seen that one.
One of the alts.
Add one to
Hacienda del Patron. I'm kind of surprised that these guys actually got this.
Are you though?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why?
Because I would expect some of the teams in here to maybe contest that as one of, I don't know, maybe Inside Games could be one that I would like to see maybe contest that, maybe Tornado Energy instead of sharing the Power Grid kind of trash compounds outside Power Grid. It's kind of, now Melman's taking some shots at Fosfatse. See if he survives with that.
I mean, we had a little bit of a discussion about it last game as well, because TSM was the team that used to go and loot over there. And I think one of the reasons also why TSM opted to leave, of course, with Braxco having looted El Zahar with his team, he can probably give some good information on how to get out of there. But when you go to global events, there's always a saying that there's a lot of teams that like to loot Pachinki, a lot of teams like to loot Picado, and last time at PGC, we had 5 teams that loot Hacienda.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good to rotate from. Yes, it's good for some parts of the game. But why not just come into that tournament having an area that no one goes to?
Yeah,
like El Zahar.
That's the same case that can be said like a bootcamp Picado Pachinki, right? If you're
exactly.
the team that has been looting that if you're talking about last year, the team that looted that in their regional league, it qualified. Most of them, or maybe all of them, that had those 3 spots, or 2 out of 3 of them, they managed to qualify because of that spots. Those looting areas are so strong, and it's usually some of the stronger teams that take it away from those teams. Early. Melman, he's going to be pulled up upon. Gustav Uba.
Not always we see FaZe decide to commit to the pull-up, but it does happen more often than not. Let's see how they're going to fare against, well, right now, a solo Melman, but he does have Combat on the other side of the road who maybe can do something to assist.
Pre-nade.
That's a nice bounce.
Oh,
wait. Oh, I thought it was his own nade for a second. I was like, how the hell did he come back to that? But nope, Uber finds him. That should be pretty easy flush.
That's a nice nade from outside. 8C's ready.
And like this immediate turnaround, they knew there was a guy on the other side too saying, well, we got a knock in. Now he's going, ooh, now I can get a knock on them, but they're immediately ready for it. Now Example coming down to help as well. This is FaZe saying no to Tornado Energy. Yeah, not going to allow them. This is actually going to make things pretty difficult for Tornado Energy, because not only did they lose a player, but looking at this circle, if it goes anywhere east, that's potentially FaZe blocking off a rotation.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's what's rough with them, like only having the power grid kind of trash compounds outside, is that they don't have a lot of control, because FaZe have all the good areas. They will loot faster. They will take the compounds faster than them, and they will most likely only have one guy close enough to take a good position in the circle, unless it's maybe the compound just north of Montenegro, the kind of the usual FaZe compound.
Yeah.
They will probably be looting that as some of the first things, so they can take that. We'll see what when that happens, if we get one of those circles, what's going to happen with that? That's going to be interesting.
I was actually surprised to see Tornado Energy commit to go underneath the hillside as opposed to going up on the top of the hill to scout further forward. Like, no need to commit yourselves to putting, as you say, faces around. You know, they like to take those nearby compounds to scout further forward. You rarely ever see FaZe out in the open scouting on Miramar early game. They normally like to play around some of these compounds. I mean, I don't really see the idea of them getting locked up with one player in that building. Maybe he just got called out while trying to get some more loot. But I think having been up the hill like they're actually kind of going back to doing right now would have been the play they should have tried to pull to begin with.
Agreed. Gushar here he is. Under fire or under siege from a blaze. Oh, that's a good nade. 1 HP left.
How, though?
Close the door. Oh, it's going to be taken down. Apocalypse. Finish him off as well.
That's too early points.
Yeah. It's not a, and this circle definitely has to go north for the Blaze guys to be in a good position.
You would have to think so, yes.
Yeah.
Or west for that sake. I mean, they have a free rotation over power grid.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they did come down from that side, right? So
yeah,
they have a pretty free rotation to the west as well. Anything southeast though would be rather disappointing. I mean, they could try and scout the way forward and push into TSM terrain whenever they leave, but they'd still be playing way on the back foot of that potential circle.
I like how split everybody is. Look at Exalt.
Control.
Look at TSM. Look at all these guys just spreading out, making sure that they can take as many compounds as they can. TSM with a fat 1-1-1-1-1 split. I like to see it. It's greed. But it is circle 1. Let's see how the next one's going to go. Sauna Boys are coming in very slow. They have been looting on Farbor on the northern side.
Wait, Sauna Boys rotating late on Miramar?
How unexpected. Due to their looting habits.
Yeah, that and I guess them always landing on the edge of the map too.
Yeah. That's fine. It's very viable right now.
Yeah, it does.
Especially in Miramar.
I mean, teams that succeed on Miramar oftentimes don't join the fight before phase 4, phase 5 anyway. So that is a very, very, very winnable strat. Let's see. Still another 35 seconds to go until the next circle's going to pop. Iroh is just trying to see if he can lock down some more info before they make their, I don't want to say inevitable rotation, but something tells me it's not going to go power grid. Even though power grid, maybe it's the electricity being produced there, does tend to have a magnet for circles.
Yeah. That's a good point. I would like to see another Western one just because then everybody, like the great migration begins. No, maybe Sauna Boys can make something happen.
They would have to send it though, like full speed sprint if they want to get to that compound before Gustav.
Yeah,
because you know Gustav is going to go there immediately.
He's just going straight to it. Ooh, central up very nicely.
These are tough.
So
stay up or down.
Yeah, you have to kind of take a bet on where do you want to, because obviously there's a rock there in the middle that has some tendencies and stuff like that.
DA?
But that's the next circle after. That's the circle after the next one. So
what is DA doing? They're keeping their 3-1-1 split or 2-1-1 split right now. They're getting full on breached by FaZe. The other side is getting breached by Liquid, and I think they're gonna get breached by Pog as well. He has to get the hell out of there.
He's just running. He's just like, I'm out.
He should have been out here before. Like as soon as the circle popped, it was like, okay, guys. I mean, that's the thing. You cannot start making plans once you see the new circle, and I think that's what separates good teams from the best. The best teams will have already planned out what they're doing, pretty much depending on all the circle outcomes. So when the circle pops, they have already agreed on what compound they're going to be playing.
I don't think this is a bad play, though, like just running away from it, because he was close enough to be able to get there.
Though.
Yeah, but it's a 200-meter dash, and the other guys won't be looking for him. They won't be going into the warehouse to look for that direction. He's staying there, though. He decided to stay there. Now shots are coming out.
So you have teams like Blaze and other teams. You have to expect there to be a Hilltop team that can see his entire run back to that compound.
Yeah. It's phase 2. So if he does it, so when the circle just pops, if he starts running immediately, then everybody will be rotating at that point, so they won't be shooting at him. So if he continued to run there, he would probably made it to the compound where the 3 other guys are. We'll see how this is going to go later, though. He decided to stay. He might be able to catch one of the guys out from phase, but it's very doubtful, though.
I like this rotation from Pog.
Samchi, look at Samchi is walking up on Blaze.
Yep, sneaky peeky.
He's trying to rat one of them, I think. Let's see. He's going to be able to get one of them. It is Rip is over there alone. He's aware that there is one potentially there close.
Rip hasn't been shooting though, so I'm actually not sure if Samty knows about Rip's position.
They're close. They're literally like 100 meters, less than 100 meters from each other, looking in each other's direction. Rip and Xiong.
This is gonna be a who? He's just boosting. Samsy's not going to hear that, but I don't think any of them know of each other's position. Okay. Does he hear him running around at that distance?
No.
No, right? I wouldn't think so either. But now he's getting tagged up, and that's Blaze shooting, so that's going to give the info to Rip that, by the way, dude, there's one right next to you. Watch out. And fortunately for, WCSG, if this one shifts north, they are golden.
They're laughing.
The former NIP lineup would also always play power grid in these situations too. So very, very, very plausible that it could indeed shift back on that direction. Grows up, ain't no respect for that one.
Are you taking it, Ira? Are you taking it?
You could. He's playing doubles. He's playing Scar and Mini. So I don't think you have the 5 or the 7-6 to back it up.
I like that how a lot of the people, a lot of the teams, a lot of the players here, they're saying that they love the AK meta, but if they like the AK meta, why are they not taking the Groza? Like it has a similar kick, and has a higher fire rate.
It does the exact same thing, and it does it better.
Yeah.
So what's with the hate?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't hate. I don't.
I love the Groza, especially if you have an SLR and like, oh my god, there's a Groza. That's 3 bullets.
I once heard the reason why. You know?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I think it was a Twitch Rivals event right when PUBG first came out, and people didn't know the details that well.
Right.
The quote was, "The Groza is not a good gun because you cannot put a compensator on it."
But oh my god, that logic.
And that's obvious, right? That's obvious because
such a bad argument. Like if it has a similar kick with that the AK has, like somewhere in between the
without
AK,
a compensator on it.
Like I would say it's somewhere in between what the AK is with and without. So like it's a 50% compensator that has on, and you can put a silence on, and it sounds amazing.
Let's see, Circle. It's gonna center up, and well, now we know the next one's gonna go away from that big fat cliff just north of Tornado Energy. So it is gonna go down into these open fields. We had a NA.
Have you seen this before? I haven't seen this before.
Yes, many times.
The cans here.
Anyway, we have seen these endings a hell of a lot of times before, and I think that's why Blaze is sending it now. They know if we don't find somewhere now, we're not gonna get anything. And hello, D8, you want company? Because I think Blaze is coming to sail on your compound. As I say that, maybe they're
full send it to the dip. Oh, they're into the dip. Oh, the shack and dip. The dip and shack.
Where are you going, guys?
They're going. It's the dip. This dip. There's no dip.
So they hard commit to south side?
Yeah, but they can push. Oh, rip.
Yeah,
Lul rip. Can we have a Lul rip in the chat? That's perfect.
When you generate memes off of the kill feed, that's actually pretty next level. They have both been rating for that one. Or Rip Lul, that's going to be a good one too.
I'm surprised that like RIP is not a standard like Twitch mode. Just like
RIP?
Yeah, with a
just like a gravestone or tombstone or something like that.
I'm kind of surprised. It's so often said Rip. We'll see.
That's a 600 IQ idea. You just make an emote with RIP on it, and that's your first 10 billion subscribers on Twitch, Martin.
There is a fair amount that has RIP, but I was hoping. I think probably all partners that are playing FPS games has a RIP.
I was thinking the best idea is to somehow get all the different teams to agree on you being allowed to have their logo as an emote. So you have one channel where you get all the team emotes.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
That could be a generator. I just sold it to all of you guys on Twitch. So whenever you guys make
that,
you
kind of need a lot of emote slots though. Then.
Well, you'll get that because everyone subscribes, and then with everyone subscribing, you get more slots, right?
I like that. So I don't know. My new favorite emote is Wookie Bookie's new emote.
Is it the ones with the? Let's hold it. Let's hold that fall thing. Let's focus. There's a kill. But yeah, I agree. Wookie Bookie's emotes are
actually top tier.
They look like, what's the guy from Harry Potter?
Yeah,
the little elf.
That's him.
Yeah,
that's him.
I forgot his name.
Dobby.
Thank you. Oh, it even rhymes with my name. Dobby. I think it's Dobby.
I don't remember.
I'm not Tubby.
It's
Dobby,
good though.
So, yeah. Let's see. Circle, as we said, should go south. We've seen surprises before, but to be expected, yes, straight down south. We had this ending in the NA regionals yesterday, and who ended up getting that one? That was actually Comets sitting in that DA compound, just chilling some more. They did manage to rack up, I believe, 7 kills in the end of it, but
so a lot of the kills were on the team that had the compound where Liquid is in right now. So shoot to kill that came out of that, I believe.
But there were more people playing the north side that they could kill stuff coming down, I feel like, in that game. So let's see how this one fares. We still have a decent chunk of teams on the southwest side that need to well, either cross or go north around, which I don't see how would make sense. But it's Omark and it's Besiktas, and it's half of the Na'Vi lineup alongside Team Unique in the west. And then, well, we have Sauna Boys up north. I feel like they should know that this one was going to shift south. And knowing that, I'm surprised they haven't already committed to a position.
Yeah. Shots here, though. Hot shot. Pop, pop, pop.
Well, you have almost 300 bullets. Might as well use them.
Yeah, go nuts.
This is why I don't want to see accuracy stats in PUBG. Because you shoot so many bullets you don't expect to hit. It's not like Counter-Strike where every time you fire a bullet, you expect to get a kill with it. This is just, you spend so much time shooting and you don't actually always expect to get kills off.
I want to see the impact accuracy, like when you shoot bullets that hit bodies, where do they hit?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Bestalok is trying to hold off. That one might
good.
actually be far, and it is. Bestalok gets the double, gets the triple as well. Juno down 2. He's holding off so strong in this compound by himself. Senya, as I said, that he does go down. So they'll lose one, but we saw there 2 players on the south side across the road. And right now, Bestalok is making a fool of Besiktas, and they get eliminated.
Now, Unique is also pushing upon FaZe. They will be having a 2-2 split trying to push into that compound. They are in on the south side or west side of the road. That's not going to work for later, though. Let's see how they're going to play that. I would have preferred to see them play a wrap around on the north and take the ridges there from the gas station. Let's see what they're going to do here and how far they're going to be able to get that going. A doozy here. They keep running.
Optimistic nade. That's why I hopped it away again. He's looking up north. He heard Na'Vi and then fight. Want to make sure that whenever he peeks down towards FaZe, that he's not going to get shot in the side. Good stuff. He's made it up to the roof. I was just going to say, he's going to get shot at from that roof fight. Or is that backside building, like the warehouse, is it tall enough that the compound where DA is can't see him on the roof?
It'll be fine. He's going to have some cover. Not enough, though. Like, somebody sees him off, like from the off angles.
Exactly.
And we'll see. But that like a spot with the cover, both from the warehouse and from the house
and the
itself.
Side. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how these can be able to see.
Yeah, but as you can see, it would either be Pug or Tornado Energy. That would get an angle on him from either side. WCSG, they're I don't want to say hiding, but he jumped off again. They're chilling inside Picado, and then you have the 2 remaining TSM players. They're finally committing to something. What is it? It's a breach, and it looks like a DA breach if I've seen one.
Oh no, that would have been so good.
That would have been amazing, but no, they I guess that's why they spent so much time waiting. They couldn't figure out where they wanted to go. Now they go straight in between the 2 compounds, and I feel like they are going to be receiving a lot of grenades.
Oh, that's a nice pre-nade. Not going to hit something though. K-Mind with a nade. Is that going to connect? Oh, they're coming in from everywhere. Misa, nice touching that. Combatra's going to find Temme. And now it's going to be flushed as well. Jupasik returning the favor with a headshot.
This is what happens when you rotate too late.
Ooh.
When you rotate after every other team has settled, then they can all just go, oh, wait, oh, okay, there's one guy coming there. We'll all 4 teams start shooting at him. Had they done this while DA was doing their thing, while Tornado Energy was trying to get down the hill, there'd be multiple teams fighting each other, and there's a chance you could have gone in unharmed. But I mean, I'm actually positively surprised that they made it through with 3 alive.
Stanley's gonna find example.
No helmet for Massacre already. That is scary early to lose your helmet in these type of circles.
Oh boy, yoinked example actually. Omark in here, they're in a rough spot. Let's see if they can get some of these kills on Unique, or Unique just gonna send it. Unique is sending it back. Like Aduz is actually taking
they're going where we talked about before.
Yeah, where they should have gone last circle, in my opinion. Now the pressure is coming on from Tornado Energy as well.
The thing is, perfect world, they would have gone there earlier, eliminated Tornado Energy, and now been able to play that entire north side. But because they didn't go there earlier, Tornado Energy is still alive, and now they have a Rock, I believe. That's all they're going to have. Yep, a Rock and their vehicles to play around.
Metric's going to take down Tab and Kemba. Bestler's going to find T-Bone from a distance.
Puck starting to rack up some points now as well. Again, they are only placement kill points so far. Let's see Exalt trying to hold off a WTSG rotation. That nade. That's the distance. Nah, just a little short. Maybe some damage done. Nope, not even. But that one looks good. It bounces off an arrow. Exploded.
Shoot the car. Shoot the car. Shoot the car.
Yeah, get away from there, Bart, and tap it up.
Come shift. Nice. He's going to spot Bot as well. Nice play from Exalt here. Holding down the whole eastern side to themselves. Nate's coming in from behind now, though. That's TSM putting some pressure behind. Welcome to Sargers. 80's finding stand-in. Smash is going to find James. K-Man's going to find Mise. And now Fix is going to nade off Samty. Now TSM needs to make a move here now, otherwise they're going to be caught outside the zone. Oh, they're sitting in the car, headshots and everything. Oh, they're so low, both of them.
Everyone is brawling it out right now. That smoke is fading in just a second. Miracle finds Fix. That's just Braxco left alive. Trying to stay put on the other side, but no, the double comes in, and TSM back to struggling off of a good game last game.
And honestly, this was just too late. It was a little too late here. They should have done something earlier. They can't come out of Picardo just like that and try to send it with a two-man bike push. Miracle's going to be able to take up Samty, and they might be able to make it like a little...
I mean, they were sharing the city with WTSG. They just allowed WTSG to go first. You could argue that WTSG had the better position to go first.
Yeah.
And had
but that's because
TSM
they didn't
gone,
do anything before.
Exactly. Had TSM gone first, WTSG could maybe have taken them out. But I agree with you. They should have committed to something open earlier. And sometimes it's like you end up not hiding, but playing safe for too long. That gets you killed. Had you 2 circles to go on. You know what? Let's freaking send it to this compound. There's a chance you die, sure. Yeah. But do you get that compound? Then you're in a amazing spot.
Soundboy has been taken down by Pokemon there. Uber's been knocked by Alia. He's going to be able to pick him up, though.
Coming in from inside. Wrapping out, trying to go backtrack the unique rotation we saw a little earlier. Team Liquid trying to hold off the Tornado Energy team. Just 2 players left alive, Combat and Alia, trying to see what they can rag up.
And Liquid putting on some pressure. Circles for them so far, but they need to make something happen here in the north. Or either push in on the southeastern side, or from the eastern side and wrap around that in the southern direction.
Let's see. Hawk finds one. Starting to get a few more kills going their way. 4 so far. All 4 players still alive. They are on the edge of the circle. And on the outside's going to shift over towards that northern side at some point. But then again, we've seen a lot of circles shift down to that compound. I think it was a quick math back in Contenders Phase 2 where we saw
Murd is going to find Pokemon.
Yeah.
That is DA actually putting some pressure back onto them.
They need to.
Now Liquid is sending it.
They have to. They saw the knock come in. They need to go right now, and they're doing it. The full breach is coming in. Play with me. Surviving that one. Miracle trying to hold off South. That's not going to happen. And James, well, someone took the Groza.
Yeah, Compot pushing in to him. He's going to make something happen here. Shang is going to find one. Ooh, more shots are coming in. Is he going to be able to connect? Oh, no. Digital is going to go out. That's the Liquid. With a nice push on that. Nade is coming out. Oh, this could be rough for Udyr. That's a good nade.
He bounced in the backside of the tree.
One more is coming in. Nades. Oh, that's a perfect nade. Oh, he's going to hide behind the other side of the tree. Well played by Udyr. Otsolovic on the backside. And free kill, though. They could put some pressure onto him right here. Miracle is probably going to be able to be picked up here by Samty. This is such a well-played, super good game so far.
They can push north around too. I think they can play the north side of this ridge inside the circle and not be visible to Team Liquid who got the compound. And also James just got both Ibiza and...
Monkey's going to go down again.
Did he have a nade in hand or was that a smoke?
Oh, smoke. So Energy's going to go down. That's Uber finding Alia.
FaZe slowly making their way in, making sure their flanks are clear and no one's going to be able to shoot them from the side. Shiv, well, he's on fire, quite literally. And, well, now he's not, but he's going to be able to get heals back on. Seems like he only has bandages left remaining, though, so it's going to take a while.
He's not inside the circle either yet. Ooh, Sam's going to take some damage here so far. 6 kills for Welcome to South George. Inside games, they are on the other side, and they have a pretty good position. They can put some pressure on them, though. Let's see what's going to happen here for these guys. They have a decent position to play off, but Udyr is under heavy fire right now, and it most likely won't survive for much longer.
This is going to be a quiet one. It hard shifts to FaZe out on the western side. They're going to be well happy with that circle because they built their vehicles a long time ago. Moving on foot across that field to the east would probably have been the death of them and anyone else trying to do just that. But they get the benefit of the circle for now. It's WTSG, Exalt, and Inside Games who now have to make their moves.
Miracle's trying to spot, see if they can get further in here, but Liquid, they have a really good position in this zone. Not sure they can see them just yet. Let's see what Inside Games can do with Udyr here, because they're obviously fully aware of this going down. Fall Guy's alive. Can they make something happen here, Toby?
I mean, they will need to. Seeing where they're on the leaderboard right now, you only get so many freebies. Not that this is a freebie, because they're in a tough position right now, but they've been granted a lot to even get to this point. They have a few kills. They have 4 players alive. They're the only team, I believe, other than FaZe Clan with 4 players alive right now. So that alone should be working in their favor. They should be fine on vests, on helmets too. They haven't been targeted too much. On the offside of that, they've been shooting a lot at other people. So utilities in their favor, player numbers in their favor. Circle might not be, but they should be all right. And that's a level 3 gear as well. Marsik finds Uber with an AWM.
Nice. Well played by him. Sam's just taking some shots here. Oh, he's going to be taken down by James now. Sam's is going to be found. Former teammate here. And now Miracle's going to be found as well. That is them out. Ostalova's going to be stolen, though, by Lipsin from Blaze. Now free kills the last remaining player on Inside Games.
Where do you go? I think that's what Puck is trying to figure out. Do we cross on the south side? Or do we run further down the road to cross over?
Oh, Metric's going to find Gustav as well.
They're doing a lot of damage from that side of the road. They might not have a good spot to play right now, but they're sure as hell making teams think twice about peeking over.
That's for sure. Not a lot of smokes are available for him. Freakers can deny himself to the zone. Well played by him, actually. I think that's a good choice because he was just completely alone in the east and had no cover to play with. EB's going to finish off Gustav. Now faces down to 3. Oh, this nade could be large.
It's going to have the direction at least. Let's see if it finds the vehicle too. Nope, fast face down to just below half HP. EB is pushing forward on it too. Notes that the audible cues are a little off. Flashbang was thrown, so they know that he's around here. He will spot Uba, but 80 sees him too.
Well played by 80 with the anchor playing there. Uba's going to be taken down by Sunset. James going to find Sunset on the meanwhile. Now, Liquid has a massive control here of this northern side of the circle. Lipson is going to be flamed off. Oh! Buckham's going to find K-Man. It's going to be flushing him off as well. That is 2 players left only for Team Liquid. 7 kills so far for them.
Level 3 gear and James. EB is on the other side. They have, as you said, very, very good control of this circle right now. And I think
oh, 72! Apocalypse down to nothing.
This is going to be so damn difficult. Blaze does go out. I don't see how Puck survives this. But let's see.
He just saw
what we
running.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he must have had info on them. That's one prone. Gets the knock just exactly. Those smokes need to be renewed soon, though. Hoopa's still over the side. There's like 9 smokes on that road. 8. He finds one with 1 HP.
Oh, my God.
Finds one more. Does go down in the end of it. And Punk, they're really making a good run here.
Punk is down to
2v1.
Just 1 here. 9 kills on Liquid. They can push this.
It's going to be 2v2. They have no nades left. It's going to be 2v2, and they have the smokes for cover.
I think James has a few nades left.
But he's 150 meters away.
Yeah, but he has a very good baseball arm. I don't know. Have you not seen James the Nade God?
Grenade launchers. That'd be unfair. No best on EB. Level 3 gear, of course, and a Grocer on James. This is exactly when you want to have that type of equipment. But EB is the front runner. If they can get the knock on towards him, they might have a chance, but they're on the edge. They're actually outside the circle now. This is not going to be easy at all. I feel like Metrix, he will go down with 1 tag, and indeed he is. Are they going to die to blue?
He's going to deny.
Yes.
Okay, 2
deny
the
points. I can respect it. In this situation, I feel like just, you know what? Liquid is not your main opponent right now. They're so far up the leaderboard already that giving them 2 points wouldn't be the biggest issue. But if you can get just 1 more kill off of dying to them, that would make it so much better for you.
They could have been, they could have been 2 guys focusing on 1 guy, as you said.
Yes.
But I respect it. It's fair enough. But you're in the bottom of the leaderboard. You want to try to make something happen, as you said. So we'll see how that's going to go, though. But decent game for them. They're
massive.
They're going to have a fair amount of points and kills from this alone. So they're going to be trying to chase down TSM.
I mean, the fact that they got all those kills and a lot of their points in the end of it came off of honestly doing a good job at staying alive on that south side. We talked about them as a fragging team. Haven't seen much of it this tournament so far, at least not in the regional finals, but they were landing shots. They took out players like they were 1v1 fighting FaZe players. They were 1v1 fighting Liquid players, and they were popping hits.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well. Obviously, they had a good compound to work with, so they could focus on just fragging. Bestelage had a lot to say here in this Na'Vi fight. Yeah. Nice nades coming in from Exalt. Unfortunately, they didn't make it work, really. They had 3 guys alive. They could have made more work, potentially pushing Pog. But Santi and Miracle, they made some magic happen. I got a lot of points secure for them. Also managed to keep out TSM off Picado.
Yeah, and you see, I mean, when you saw it right there, when Iroh got naded on the buggy, they were arguably already in a position to take a fight. TSM was still in Picado. I feel like the best timing, like if you're going to wait this long, you're going to rotate with them. You're going to say, we're going to fight you while you're not ready to fight us. Don't let them get into position. Turn around. Get smokes ready. Come at us. We're pointing our guns in your direction. I feel like that they could have played that one better. Yeah,
agreed. FaZe also with a decent amount of points from this game. I think about 10 they're going to be having out of this. So overall, top teams stacking up more points slowly. We do have some of the games, some of our bottom half of the leaderboard teams coming in and playing well, but they need to be more consistent if they want to make it into the top 8 and go to the grand finals.
Na'Vi getting a few, so did Puck. Great second place for them. But we're going to take a short break. There's one more game of EMEA coming up after this, guys. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is the GLL Season 4 Regional Qualifiers and the final game of the day for the EMEA region. We're going to have North American following in 2 hours' time, well, 11 p.m. Central European time. A lot earlier today, 2 hours earlier than yesterday, so keep your eyes on that one. I'm back with Martin for the final game of the day. Things are starting to set themselves out on the table, and it's starting to be some worrying signs for the boys down the bottom.
Yeah.
But great signs for the teams at the top. They've sort of pretty much solidifying their places by now.
I would say the top 4 is looking extremely good. They have to really throw it off tomorrow if they don't if they want to not qualify for the grand finals. But there's still a lot of seats up for grabs, honestly.
Yeah, still a lot to play for. 7 games remain. Miramar, it's going to be 3 Erangel tomorrow as well, along with 2 more Miramar to start off. So 3 Miramar, 1 Sanok, and 3 Erangel is all that remains now to see who is going to be playing at the GLL Season 4. The top 8 will go through. This is the points for the previous match, of course. Team Liquid coming out on top. FaZe Clan, 11 points for them. Blaze picking up some decent points there along with Pog, and all that spells disaster for TSM, who were trying to chase up there. But we shouldn't just be looking at TSM anymore, because really there's a lot of teams down in that top 8 that are in a pretty tight position. Na'Vi get themselves to 7 points, but you know, with Blaze, with After All, with all these guys picking up points in the last few games, it puts After All still there in 8th place. And you can see we still have the likes of Na'Vi, TSM back at the bottom of the table again. Even Team Unique are not in that top 8 either.
Right, so I would say the top 4 is qualified right now.
Yeah.
Because they're so far ahead of the rest, and if we're on our 12th game right now, statistically, nobody's going to be able to catch. Like, there's not going to be that many teams getting the same amount of points or more. So I would say at least the top 3 is secure. We'll see how that is going to go, though.
TSM are 35 points away from qualifying now. It's getting a bigger gap. It's not getting smaller. It's getting bigger. For the likes of Na'Vi, 26 points. It's doable.
Right.
It's doable.
It's Page's amount of kills away from qualifying.
Literally, yeah. It's monster performance from the boy. But here we go. It is the final round of the day for the EMEA. And it is going to be straight across the middle. Keep it fair. Will we have another crazy circle finish? We had the Hot Los Leones
M19 compound in the northwest, maybe, you know, the good old M19 compound.
I mean, maybe we'll even go back up north of the Cratefields or something like that. One of those sort of finishes.
Oh, absolutely crazy ones.
Right up there, yeah.
The one that ends on the wall of La Caparia, maybe.
That's it. Yeah. That was a good game. Yeah.
Like
we've had a lot of good games on Miramar, in fairness. Or will it just be a Monte Nuevo FaZe game?
How did you enjoy your Los Leones?
That's great.
Your favorite ending?
Great. 10 teams.
I absolutely love
10 teams in FaZe 8 is just bonkers. This is bonkers. You think they want it to go to the islands? Okay. All right. Hex and Menox, sure. The craziness that happens there. The problem is when it goes to the islands, while I do enjoy it, generally the game's kind of done by phase 4 and 5 sort of thing, and it's just like stragglers remaining that got and survived to get to the island. So, well, it's in it.
Okay.
There's a chance.
So TSM,
this is
massive game. They need to have a great game. So they're looking at being able to qualify tomorrow, so they can come in with high hopes.
Where do you go here, though? Do you go for like Junkyard? Do you go for sort of one of those compounds around there? I mean, that's kind of the sentry spot, the hillside.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great that you point to the screen. It doesn't help the viewers.
No,
they take this one. Okay, boys, everyone at home, you get that? Did you get that?
Smiley face. No, they take the crossroad compound east of Junkyard, where they have the small road turning in. Just north
right on the coastline.
North of Freekill. About a kilometer, half a kilometer off Freekill. Just north of that. That's a really great compound. massive access, and we've seen a lot of enemies in that area, and they can actually run from anywhere on foot and fight from there. So I want to see them go to that position. They have to take that early. We'll see if they're able to get off that early, or if Free Kill or some of the guys from Inter Games, they get that. We will see Exalt on an early rotation as well. We have seen them when we have these Eastern Circles here. They've actually been able to play extremely well. They are playing in a 2-2 split on some really important compounds, some high value compounds, high priority compounds. I would like to see them maybe take the Saloon as well, northeast of Naleb with a 2-2 split, so they can cover each other towards the Junkyard as well if it goes there. But overall, I need to see TSM with a good game, with a great game performance here. 15 plus points would be something like that they need to have for them not to be completely demotivated for tomorrow. Again, we are not counting anyone out. A singular team that is super far behind can make a great run of a game.
It's 6 games. There's so many points you can make in 6 games if you have that big day.
If you're having a page kind of feeling of a day, and all 4 players are having that, you can easily get 60, 70, 80 points in just one day if you're really wrecking.
I mean, that's what Shoot to Kill got yesterday, right? They had 80 points. I think it was yesterday. Omicron had 72 points in one day. So, these sort of performances are not beyond the realms of possibilities.
Yeah. Yesterday, Shoot to Kill, 80 points in one.
All right, TSM are moving.
Day.
Michael's going south, and I think he may be heading for that crossroads. The question is he going to go straight for it? Because if he doesn't, he is going to get caught off guard. I can see that we have Omicron making that way up there along with Inside Games. They all want to get that same spot. Does look like Michael has pulled up short of it, so he's just scouting it. If he doesn't go blasting for it now, he's not going to get there in time.
It looks like Vasquez continuing to go for it. Michael is peeking towards it. They want to get that compound. They can also play the high ground, fair enough, but if it comes down to ending in that area and they have to cross the road later, they will not be able to get it. Michael is into the car again. He's scouting it. He's going to go for it. He saw the game yesterday as well, where we had the comets in this compound, I believe it was.
And they may have to fight for it.
Yeah.
This may be a case where they have to fight for it. I can see Michael's going to get there first. Vasquez is going to join him. Ivol's coming in. We have Exalt also coming this way from the western side.
He's taking the Saloon with you, most likely. Michael is in this compound. So this is the compound we were talking about, an extremely good compound. Vasquez is running up on him. He have heard him for sure.
He's on his own. I think, no, TSM. Okay, so they've just got one more to come in. Have they? No, Michael's going to get out of there. He doesn't fancy it. No, he's parking his vehicle. It's all good.
Yeah.
Gemty's a long way off. Vex is a long way off. Brex goes
He's
a long way off.
right now, yeah. But Omakan wants this compound. Ival knows the value of this compound. It is literally the best compound in the circle.
And 4 of them are
By
there.
far.
The entire team are there. So this is problematic. TSM, are they going to get caught on the hop? It looks like they may do. I can see that there's already shots going on to Michael. Michael's all alone. They're going to realize that he's alone. Inside Games are probably going to want a piece of this as well.
They hear this obviously as well. They might be able. They're kind of far away though. 400-500 meters away from him. They could potentially third party though. I was walking up closely. Slowly, they are creeping.
Yeah, they've got over the road as well.
This is clever as well. It's so early that Michael is not expecting people to be there. He would be expecting people to be pulling up here with a car and not just stopping. But he has heard them. He has heard them when they were driving on the road. So some information is coming out. Look at this. So TSM is on the hilltops here, gathering information, making sure that the information flow is running, that they can get as much as possible. Shots are coming out from Unique, I believe, towards
Liquid are going to go in the back of
Gemty.
Inside Games here. They're coming up the same coastal road that Omicron are currently setting up on, because they are also obviously thinking we want to get that compound. Everybody's got the same idea at the moment.
Liquid is going straight through Impala here. Are they going to come? They're
going straight at the back of Omicron. They're going straight directly at the back of Omicron.
Hawk is also coming in. They're taking the dirt road. That Omicron, I think, was.
TSM is still spread looting. What are they doing? 6 minutes 30 in.
Oh, they're on the hilltops. I don't think any of them looting. They're on the hilltops, just gathering information. I don't think any of them.
You think?
Yeah, I think they are. Quite sure they are just on the
hilltops. I would be getting with Michael. I'm not sure. I think this is. I don't think this is a time they can afford to be greedy split.
The sharks are throwing themselves over this compound right now.
Yeah.
The Omicron sharks are throwing themselves over him. Going towards Michael. Michael's been taking some shots and some fire. Let's see if they're going to be able to take him down, though. Omaken is completely all over this compound. There's a massive fight going on right now. That is Vasquez shooting at him. I think Michael's going to try to get out of this.
Bank that off the wall. I like that grenade. Just tries
Oh
to
my
bank it, and
God.
it works so well. You could see him lining up for that. He absolutely planned it. Bank it off the wall to the backside.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Hit him.
oh, this is just rude.
This is
There's the pan.
the punishment for playing alone in the highest priority compound. Phosphorus gonna fall.
But the thing is, like, this is my thinking, right? So we have Michael there alone.
Yeah.
The whole of Omicron committed to it. The whole of Team Liquid are committed to it.
Yeah.
Inside Games want a piece of it. All these teams are throwing all 4 members at it. Why the hell are TSM sat 1v1v1 all over the
This
bloody
is the first circle.
hill?
They don't wanna commit
But
too
if
hard
it's
yet.
such a pivotal point,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
everybody else is committing for it, why don't they?
Yeah, that's true. Omakan is there. Exalt is in a 2-2 split close to it as well. They know this area is extremely important. Liquid is just where Omakan was 2-3 minutes ago, where they walked up onto Michael. So
TSM are going to fall 3 individual deaths, and there's going to be one poor guy that left creeping along. And this is their circle. This is their back door.
yeah,
The irony is, right, obviously Brexco in that team, G2 always used to shit the bed when it came to one of these circles.
yeah, the
In
home serve
LZR.
circles. Yeah, G2 they didn't have the good, like really good home serve circles. Now Brexco and GMT is close to each other though. They have taken the other compound. That we've also seen a lot of endings around on the little east of the canyon. Fix can move over there if he wants to, but he's alone so far. Tornado Energies, all of them are moving in the same exact spot here.
Oh, look, TSM are grouping up now. A little bit late. A little bit late. Tornado Energy are the ones that are creeping in on them. So Team Liquid realize, okay, that compound's taken. We're going to try and go along. Jeeves will probably take the one on the coast and then see if they can work their way in, depending on where the circle goes. FaZe Clan working their way in towards the little nooks and crannies of the roadside. They have, after ult, it swings down south. That's quite a hard shift, in fairness. And now... the circle's still in there. Now, the big center rock, Impala Center Rock, is actually the central point. There is that little compound just next to it, but
Where the
that's
circle never
not
ends.
ideal. Yeah,
Yeah.
it never sort of goes around there.
Yeah, Exalt is in a great spot right now. Brexco taking some fire. Udius in the saloon here. There are
pulled up.
2 guys.
They've pulled up on it.
Yeah, there are. It's nice here though. Brexco's alone. We have Monkey and Udir here. 1-2 punch combo. Not to be tempered with. Let's see then what they're gonna have. And I'm quite sure they saw there's only one player, but they're gonna go off of this. They're gonna give it to them. That's fair enough as well, because the other spot they have is actually also very decent. Let's see how they're gonna be able to play this though. TSM, the majority are gonna be able to get them though. They're taking fire. Monkey has taken a bit of damage as well. The rest of the TSM boys are coming in. Oh.
The Unique coming straight up to Omicron. They're all around the side. Page is going to hop out. This is ballsy from Page. Decides to go to the wall. Tries to get the spray down. A doozy also around the side. Ivor gets him down. And wow.
Oh, that's
a Unique. Now, they're a team that are in, what, 10th place? Trying to penetrate that top 8. And that has just gone badly wrong for them.
That's just 3 flushes for Vasco. Well played by him. Now they're alone. The last player from Unique is far away. Play With Me is just on the hill here. And welcome to Sodgers knocking on his door as well. FaZe is in a long western rotation coming in from the southern side. There's actually a lot of space. Psixis is coming kind of close.
They're looking
slowly
to get to
into
Trifley,
that.
aren't they?
Yeah, they either Trifley or go deeper. They could go to the center rock compound there where the circle never ends anyway. But it's a good kind of halfway point, and they can start to play the ridges and ditches after that if they want to, though. A lot of fires coming from after all towards the Exalt guys. Shift is taking a lot of damage. Nailab as well. They're fighting them right now. Want to make sure they can hold them off. Monkey Zudi is slowly making their way. They found a car, so they're making their way back to that compound. You need to be 4 to hold as well, because it's so hard to hold this compound where Exalt is at.
Team Liquid have got a really big spread. So K-Mine's gone all the way to the north side of Impala. FaZe and Na'Vi. Something that's been happening all day long, hasn't it? They keep on classing one another. The Bendita Crater, it is a horrible place to be if somebody is the other side of it. And Na'Vi completely caught napping. Now, in fairness to them, they did have it to themselves until FaZe just took a massive wrap around the western edge.
Yeah.
And that's just caught them completely off guard.
Yeah, and right now the information they have, they're able to see so much of the southern side of the circle, so they know there's a lot of space available. Also, Impala's never played here, so they can actually get a kind of a good foothold into the circle here and play maybe some of the constructions area and stuff like that.
Fuzzy's just scoured Trifoli, and I think he's going to go for it. He's just had a good old peek over that way, and he's going to go check it out. Let's see where the circle progresses as it slowly works down. So DA holding the standard compound on the edge of Bendita. Navi do get themselves in the shank that Team Liquid won from yesterday. You wish. You wish. It's not going to go down that way, sadly. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yep. So Omacon's compound that they fought for right at the beginning, still in there. TSM still in the middle, kind of homeless though at the moment. And everybody else that's sort of committed to these spots. Now, for FaZe Fan, it's a tough move. Where do they go from here? Do they go to the edge of Impala? You were talking about the fact nobody plays there. Do they go a wrap around?
Yeah.
Team Liquid, what do? They had this big spread north-south. Do they commit to sort of where K-Mine is? Do they go back to Jeems and say, well, we're inside the circle for now. We'll play it from there?
So right now, the really good spots is actually where TSM is in the saloon, also where Exalt is, and Pog also has a really good compound in there. But they need to be able to defend it. And then obviously all the riches in between those compounds, they're extremely valuable. That's actually where DA is sending it. So that's a pretty good call. But let's see if they're going to be able to survive this. Shots are coming in. One more shot on Metrelius. Let's see if he's going to be able to survive it. He's popped off. He's crashing. Oh, no.
I think he's okay.
Not like this.
He's okay.
Yeah, but 2 HP. Smash. Oh, shots are coming in on him as well.
They're all in buggies for crying out loud.
Yeah, they happen. Been decent though with this. Oh, this is it's a good call. I like this position that they're going to, honestly. But a lot of fire going towards him. Oh,
he's still going. Oh, there we go.
That's a park for me right there.
I think he committed a little bit too much.
All right, so
FaZe are moving. Okay, where are we going here, FaZe?
Liquid took a fight with Omakan. Mex is still in the east, making sure that the east is safe. K-Mine is all the way down where the construction area, just north of Impala, on the rock right there, making sure that the guys are safe so they can kind of jiggle around with that.
FaZe are following DA in. They're doing the same route. They've just watched DA make it. Semi. Blaze is kind of doing the same. They're going to have 2 men in there. It's going to go straight to Exalt. FaZe are going to go straight into Exalt. It looks like, as after all, they're going to see them, but it's Exalt they're crashing into. Nailip gets fuzzed down. Now, do they panic? Do they divert? Do they change direction? No, they all go up the hill. They have after ult shooting them in the back, straight into Exalt. Gustav gets one down, but Monkey has the alpha angle, and that puts Pate to their approach. I think it's just one man standing. 8C is the only man that survived from that push.
8C finds Udyr on the angle. Now he's going to try to flush him. Udyr's been stolen by Uno.
Team Liquid crashed Omakan. Team Liquid have gone back up and they've crashed on Omakan. So Ibby's down. Mex is coming in. This is a rash maneuver, I would say, from Team Liquid, but they fancied committal for that compound. K-Mine's miles away from it. Ibby down. Mex is getting himself meds off. Vasquez looks like he's going to cook an open over. Page has been finished.
Oh.
Jeems gets the angle though. T-bone, but Vasquez up on high. That's a problem. Jeems has to pop out. Oh, that was a good nade. Forces Vasquez to back away. Does he have the angle on him? Yes, he does. Jeems makes it work. And well, Omicron have kind of made a bit of a few mistakes here. They can see they're getting, Ivor's going to get T-bone back in his feet. Vasquez down as well. Page is already out. He's way off in the distance. K-Mine will finish that off. And this, I mean, it was an unorthodox approach with very much a split attack, but it's worked. TSM getting pressure. TSM getting pressure as well. Welcome to South George, pushing on TSM on that saloon spot. Fex will get him down. I'm looking at it on the map at the moment as Miracle goes down. There's multiple fights going on as Ivor goes on pushing. Should be able to finish Mexi off. He's going to bleed out. And now it's just 2 standing. Jeems and K-Mine. And this is all outside the circle wide TS. So TL Liquid will back away from this one. So let's move on to TSM. They're down to 2 for Welcome to South George here. TSM also down to 2 with just Fex and Gemty remaining.
Oh, he saw him. He was holding the angle. Now he's going to just bounce the nade off. He's going to go all the way in probably. It's a good nade. He has to do something about it there, Fex. Can he hide? Yeah, he can. Nade's going to be finished up by Waits. This after all in a fight as well on the southwestern side. Blaze is there as well. Fex has a little bit to work with here. Bear's also here. I think he'll be able to do something. Now, Samchan and Vard's the last 2 players from Welcome to South George. He saw him go up there. Vital information.
Jeems and K-Mine have wrapped around and they know that Omicron have to push in on them while Bear goes hunting. Hunting his brother. It's bear on bear action here. Which one will come out on top? Samty as Chong. Fex could get involved. Vard has always been very good in close quarter combat.
Yeah, probably one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Honestly. Not even funny. He's too good.
Playing through the smoke. Vasco caught out. That's
This is a hot box.
Tornado Energy
Yeah.
up from up on high. So they are sniping down from the hillsides. Oh, here they come. Samty can't face.
Oh
Just
my
pops
God.
up. Gets one down. Brexico. Actually, it was brother on brother.
Yeah, it was.
It was brother on brother.
We love
Blonde
the twin
hair
action.
flying.
Staring each other. The blue eyes into the blue eyes.
So Vard is miles away from the fight.
Yeah.
So TSM down to 2. Omakan also
Oh my
down to 2. Now that is a burn fest. Blaze
love it.
ablaze in the shack. So while that was all happening, after all pushed in, they took down Exalt. They moved in on the compound after the phase fight, so they took advantage of that. Besiktas are moving in down south side. Pog and Inside Games also all down on the south side. Up in the north, Navi untouched. Other than that one man they lost back on the crater, which was Senya. It's not Senya, sorry. It was Tab. Tab out on the crater.
He tapped out.
Leave that one out there.
I was still alive. He knows that Liquid is close to him. But does he know that Varge is just on the other side of the road? Barrel in hand. Lovely weapon. I notice his skin as well. I see you, Ivo. It's a good one. He's throwing his pants off. He's ready. He's getting himself ready.
You often just take your pants off. It's like, I am ready. Those rip-off pants, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Wrecking
You're
my mic.
you're ripping off it.
Ripping the headset off. Forgot I got it wrapped around me. Oh, my word. So, the circle does push south. That's a problem for Tornado Energy, who are up in the hills, and Na'Vi also up in the hills. They have the Sauna boys with them. A free kill of Inside Games. Trying to get the double peek. James gets it and works it. And Pixel. Oh, yes. James dead to rights, but he's going to bide his time.
Throw a molly. Throw it. You want to. Yeah. Throw the molly.
He's not. He's just trying to hold it. James is just looting.
Throw the molly, Pixel.
Ivor's gone down. That's Omakan out in 13th
Yep,
place.
that's Vard, actually.
Then actually got the kill, yeah. The two top teams trading blows. Pixelic, surely he's going to just roast them. Oh, did he not make it work? James on 1 hit point. K-Mon's going for the peak. Pog actually gets the shot in the back. So Pog are coming round. They're forcing the action.
James actually secured it. Now Pog is just in between this three-way battle. TSM's 3 guys live.
Vard's coming this way.
Oh, he's going to find him. Oh, that's a good reposition there from Pixel. He's going to be able to win the fight. Oh, nice K-Mine. Nice double hit shot.
Vard's about to come over the hill. Vard's found K-Mine. Oh, but Vard gets hit. That's from Pog, I think.
Yeah, Pog.
Pogus.
I love it. That's such a good name.
I mean, I don't know what. I can't even pronounce the rest of it, but we're just going to stick with Pog.
Yeah, agreed. Pog. Pog 4.
Vard's gone back. Vard's like, no, not having any of that. Thought it could steal a free kill, but instead he goes back. Na'Vi taking fire from After All, who, for me, After All, by the way, I knew nothing about them coming into this one. They've performed very well.
Yeah, they have. I've played extremely well. 4 solos so far. Apocalypse is one of them from Blaze. The other one is Vard from Welcome to South George. K-Mine as well from Liquid. Blaze is going to be found here. Apocalypse is going to go out. Lovac is the last from Inside Games. So the 3 solos right now. If they die, we're going to be coming into the placement points. And they're all, funnily enough, they're all 3 on the eastern side.
So TSM managed to get all 3 back on their feet.
Yeah.
So that was crucial with Jempty scouting. Melman, an example, nearby. He's sat in his little shack. Kind of used to Jempty being in those sort of positions, right? It's just off on his own in a little ditch.
He loves the off angles. They're kind of you don't expect them.
Navi trying to make the move. Gusaya gets Kemba down. The second one is Senya in the vehicle. I'm not too sure what's left of it. There's no rear tire on that vehicle. Hit the dirt. Now Bestalosh is sending it. There's nothing to go in that now. Everybody maybe used it, and now Nookie from behind. The Sauna boys get involved and collect themselves their first 2 kills. Oh, Tornado Energy are pushing on Sauna boys. They're coming from the left side, so Nuki quickly turns around, has a quick peek, sees Alea up on the north side, an example, up close. While this is happening, Besiktas are trying to catch Pog in the back as well.
After all, it's going to make something happen here. They're going to be third-partying Sound Boys so hard. They're going to be sandwiched in between Tornado Energy so much here. TSM, though, Dimty might be able to make something work for Melman. We'll see how he's going to be able to push. He's in a really good off angle. Brexco and Fix is putting on some pressure on the guys as well. Lovac and Vard is currently very close to each other on the eastern side. I think Vard is a little bit aware of him, but we're seeing here Baron a really good off angle. Vard, I kind of feel like he has an idea of Lovac. Either heard him or just a hinge. A hunch it's called, not a hinge.
He could be hinging.
Yeah, it could be. Currently hinging onto this side of the... Oh my god. Make it. Oh, that's so close. If you peek...
Astrolovac knows exactly where he is. He's coming straight towards him.
Oh!
Vard sees him first! And well, I think that was a little surprise for both of them there. Yeah, 1 HP and the blue on his back, so he can't afford to stop and heal. He has to move quickly. And then maybe hope he can get the heal off. Was that nade from Nuki? Spot on. But now he's getting a barrage back at him.
They're returning the favor here. Oh, that's a good nade. It's going to take him off, most likely. No, it's going to be just off. Samuel's going to find Jupiter.
TSM are moving. TSM are moving in the north. Finally, the bear strikes. Jemty up on his feet and gets Alia down out in the blue. Timmy steals it away. But now they can move on the back of Tornado Energy, looking towards picking more kills up. Vard's back. He's inside the circle, so he's safe for Welcome to South Georgia's. Now we see After All moving over the road. Nuki down. Tornado Energy taking Jupsik, finishing him off as everybody moves into position. While this all happens, DA, they're in a ditch. They're letting it all play out.
Sounder Boys has been eliminated on 9th. We're down to the top 8. That is placement points enabled now. 1 point for 8th and 7th. Now Example is going to be kind of hunted down by TSM here. They want the full control of the north.
Big game. 5 kills and counting. 8 teams remaining. We still have a couple of solos in there as well. So now Example the solo, Var the solo, K-Minder solo. Now we have D8. They've been spotted, they've been found, and they're gone. 8th place for them, and it's 10 kills and counting for After All. Again, another massive performance for them. They've had some big games today.
Blint really stepping up, making sure that they secure themselves. Most likely will secure themselves inside the top 8.
This southern shift is massive. This is a problem. K-Mine's looking to finish off TSM. Vard, TSM are in trouble. They're going to try and cross the road here. They have a couple of solos all staring and waiting for them. They also have Pog. Pog are moving in to try and cut off anyone that's going to cross this road. Meanwhile, Besiktas, way down south, they're loving life. But TSM, this is going to be a hard push for them. After All are off to the left-hand side, which is what they're smoking at the moment. They're going to be unaware of these solos.
Okay, K-Mine's actually disengaging from this. Just going to try to get a more safe position. Pog, though, is fighting. Looks like they're taking a bit of a fight with Besiktas as well. If TSM makes it across this road and get to K-Mine's old position, they could make something happen here. But VAR could be the landmine that they'll be stepping on. Let's see how much he's going to be able to do, what impact he's going to be able to do. Looks like he's most likely going to be able to take Rexco down, though. He's got a really good angle for it. He's going to be crawling. He's not going to be fast enough. He has to step up. He's not going to be able to outcrawl that. Unfortunately, I think... unless he keeps crawling fast. It's going to take down Rexco. That is one. He's going to try to finish him off as well. That is executed. One more down. No, that's Fex returning the favor. That is Vard out. Fex is going to be left alone in this spot right now, though.
Pogger in the open as well. Besiktas, look at After All, though, in the south. Look at that. They've really made an aggressive push around the backside of Besiktas. This is theirs to win. 12 kills with 4 alive. They are having a monster performance today, After All. Really impressed with how they've delivered this so far. And we may well be seeing them later on in Stockholm as they pick up another 2 kills. 14 and counting. We could see the biggest score today.
This is massive. Waits 7 kills so far.
Pogger going in.
Picked apart by TSM. Sakta's going to be found by After All. Then there's Sunse left here. TSM's going to be spotted. That's Fex down. Now it's left up to Jemty to make something happen here. Oh!
K-Mine stole a kill away from TSM there. So TSM, I don't think, really came out with too much, despite the fact they got the triple down, and then they go down to Sunzi. So that didn't work out so well for them. And now, After All, they're going to pick themselves up a 17-kill game. A monster performance, the biggest performance we've seen to date so far in the qualifiers.
It's a massive game for them. They're going to solidify themselves so well into the top 8 after this, most likely ensuring themselves.
Second win of the day as well, right?
Yeah, they had a 8-kill win in round 10 as well, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic performance. A
nice
27-point game. Mega. Sunza goes down. What a show from After Alt there. 17-kill game. I'm telling you, I didn't know a great deal about some of these guys. You never know based off the names they use on real servers as opposed to off server. But Danimon and Wade getting themselves 7 kills each in that game. Mega, mega, mega performance. Congrats to those guys. And as you say, that may well have just solidified their qualification.
Most likely. Obviously, Søren, we know a little bit about. He was in the Kickoff Cup, and he's been playing a bit on some of the lower tier level, but Waits has been stepping up massively for these guys. So happy to see that they're able to perform like this. And honestly, the way they maneuvered themselves, how they positioned themselves, what they third-partied and where they were playing, so clever.
The aggression they showed on Sauna Boys over the road, soon as like, okay, let's move, punish, move back. The second they saw the circle shift as well, they were so quick at just charging around the backside of Besiktas and saying that, no, it's not going to happen. Vasco, great performance from him, holding them off. You will not come in, my little barrier.
And also third-partying the fight on Exalt after they were fighting Face Clan to make sure that they could get the points of that.
Oh, yes, push it through, yeah.
They pushed through that and got, I think, 3 kills from that alone as well. So overall, a massive game for them. Nice shots here from Liquid, though. Look at this, the stare down, the blue-eyed stare down.
Knocking
bear on bear action.
Here's the burn.
Clawing
Here's the fire blaze going down.
Oh, nice
K-Mine, sneaky play from K-Mine. Nookie picking off Na'Vi. And this is where... Oh, we didn't catch it, actually. We didn't catch where Exalt got picked apart by After All. This is where After All went aggressive, though. Dodging the nades. Danny Moon takes one. 7 kills for Danny Moon. Gets back on his feet. And then they go aggressive. They push over. Look what's going on. It's chaos in the north right now. But they thrived on that. And then immediately, look at the combat now. Look at the situation in the north. And look down the south, west. They are charging around the backside of Besiktas.
Yeah. Unfortunate for TSM, they're losing Vard. Losing a player to Vard. And then losing 2 players to the same player. His sons are taking down both of them. They potentially, with 3 guys alive, they could potentially have made something happen versus After All here. But had a decent game, but it could have been even bigger.
Could have been another 4 points picked up there. I don't know how many they got out of it because I know they had definitely K-Mine stole one away.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling that After All maybe stole one away as well. So TSM bleeding out on points. But when you see After All, a team that they are chasing, having a 27-point game, that's going to shoot them right back up that table. We're going to get it on your screens. We're just going to wait. We're going to let them all tot it up. Mega performance at overall. What's your takeaway from today? Obviously, we're now 12 games into 18. We're 2/3 of the way there, and it's starting to look dire for some of the teams down the bottom.
Honestly, so for me, what looking at the top 4 before this game is kind of some of the teams you expect. Omaken performing extremely well after what we saw for them being able to do it at BL. I'm happy to see them step up and continue this. Pace has been a monster so far.
If you've not, you're unaware of what's happened. Omakan used to be N47 in PEL, formerly Zuktat before that. They're now Omakan. I know it's confusing for some. They may be just tuning in. It's like, who the hell are they?
But it's the good old N47 boys, and they're working with some of the new work. Has founded a new organization. It's coming from funny story actually. He explained this. He couldn't pronounce his own name, Joachim, so he could say Omaken. So that's actually him as a baby pronouncing his or young. Pronouncing his
Joachim.
Okay. Yeah. So Omaken is his own name.
Yeah. There we go.
I don't know if it means something else as well, but also that's a fun little story. I saw the YouTube that they made.
That's good. That's good. It's good to have that sort of little background information. And let's have a look at the scores for the game. And, well, a mega performance from After All. 27 points. It's massive. And for TSM, 12 points. So they secured some of them. I got a feel they could have got more in there as well. Team Liquid, K-Mine, managing to drag them into 4th place with those placement points. 8 points overall. Pogs picking up the 10 points as well. Pogilia. Don't know what it means, but there you go.
It's pretty Pog, though. Pog name.
It's a Pog name. Get your Pogs in chat, boys. So here's the points. After All, shoot themselves up into that top 8. And that forces Inside Games, who were on the cusp just outside of it as well. TSM, while they've just got themselves a decent point score, it's still a mountain to climb to get up there. 28 points shy at the moment. But if After All can pick up 27 in a game, then anyone can as well. But it is starting to solidify. That top 5, I would say, is almost done now. 90+ points. After all, closing in on it, it's starting to get scary. There's a 13-point drop-off between 6th and 7th, and then it drops even further down to Exalt, and then it's all a little tight. We're going to be seeing, again, we said it at the start of the day yesterday, we're going to be seeing it going down to the last game with a couple of points difference.
Yeah, there's going to be 2, maybe 3 spots up for grabs, depending on how Afterhold performs tomorrow. But as you said, the top 5 is looking very solid right now. It's very unlikely that the right-hand side of the leaderboard is going to be able to push in and take like 30, 35 points tomorrow without them getting any points. So our top 5 is looking very good. But they're most likely gonna continue to play well and gonna continue to kind of suck some of those points out. So that's gonna leave less points for the rest of the teams chasing.
The danger for the teams tomorrow is not that the top teams are going to be slacking off. The top teams are going to be playing without fear.
Yeah.
And they're going to start doing some crazy plays that you wouldn't ordinarily expect, and people are going to get caught out by that. And that's when you start seeing your likes of, I mean, we could see Omicron absolutely going wild just with a crazy play. FaZe Clan may suddenly make a wild play out of nowhere that works out, and they get this mega games. It's so dangerous to leave it to the last day. It could cost you. Guys, we're going to take a 2-hour break. We're going to be coming back at 11 p.m. Central European time. That is, I believe, 7 Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong with that one. I'm not too sure. It's 5 p.m. Eastern, is it? 5 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, because we started at 5 p.m. Central today, didn't we? So it's fair for both regions. And that's going to be the North American qualifiers. So 6 more games of action to go. We're not done yet. We're going to be here till the early hours. I hope you're going to be joining us. We'll see you in a few.